Show phone number 866-901-ADAM. Taking your phone calls. Got a lot to talk about today, a lot to do today. Dear friend Kathy Griffin is going to be in studio today. I have a lot to talk to her about. I've known Kathy for over 15 years. I knew her back at the Groundlings, and could possibly be the only man who hasn't had sex with her yet, because the day is young, my friend. Dave Damashek is here doing sports. Rachel Perry is here doing news and commentary. Good morning. Welcome.
How do?
Welcome.
How say you?
I say fine.
I say you guys both got lovely haircuts.
Oh, we did, didn't we?
Did you guys go together?
Not this fella, but thank you.
Did you not get a haircut?
No. I just have a terrific head of hair.
You conditioned.
You know what it is? It's like, do you have some product in it this morning or something? It's got a little...
flair.
A little flair.
And this is what you go for in a fella. Stylish hairdos, yes? This is at the top of your list.
Well, you know. You've seen what I'm working with.
Yeah. I went down to Ventura, went down to Model Cuts. So you know it's you get a good haircut over at Model Cuts. And I only go to the places that have the pictures of people whose hair your hair could look like in the window. That means it's a classy joint. $10. Get the same haircut. I went to a guy once. That's
why you're literally a millionaire, because you're not wasting all your money on those fancy haircuts.
That's right. If I spent $13 at the Fantastic Sam's, I would not literally be a millionaire, but I spent $10 over at the Model Cuts on Ventura with a nice Mexican lady. And let me just tell you this. Everybody wants someone who speaks English to work on them. Bad choice. Get the person that doesn't speak English. You don't have to make any chatter at all with them. No idle chatter, no eye contact. I just sit there reading Latin Entrepreneur magazine, and she whacks away at the ace man's hair.
That is terrific. Yeah, because it seems like, listen, you're a guy who's got a lot of words, You can make a nice conversation. But, I always feel sitting in that chair, I have about 6 minutes worth of material for an 18-minute job. Right. And then it becomes uncomfortable. You end up rehashing things.
And you've set the precedent of talking.
Right.
Now you're hitting a lull. You don't know what to do. Jim Brusca?
Hey, actually, Engineer Ron is here, and he wants to start the day off.
Ron!
He wants to get something started.
Yeah, Ron.
Are you going to sing? Wait, is Ron going to sing?
No.
No.
That's unfair.
I don't sing.
That's
unfair.
He's
going to kick off every morning with this phrase, yes?
Good morning and welcome to another exciting broadcast day.
That's right.
That's terrific.
Hey.
From another time, almost.
All right, Ron, leave the studio,
lovely.
please. Come on. Go marry some coaxial cable or something. Nice job, though, Ron. All right, every morning. I don't care how bad it is. I don't care how tedious it becomes. He will open every morning that way. Let's take a phone call and then plenty to talk about, especially as it pertains to the big game last night. Chris?
How's it going, Adam?
What's happening, homie?
Hey, man, welcome. Your show's awesome, man. I'm from San Diego. What'd you think of that game last night, man?
Boring.
That quarterback had 3 touchdowns, man. That guy went crazy.
No, I know. It was a barn burner. He was unstoppable. And it was like he got stronger as the game went on.
Yeah, freaking 41-38, man. That's a game for the memories right there.
Yeah.
For the ages. For all of time.
Yeah. And 30 years from now, when my grandkids ask me where I was, I can proudly tell them on my ass at home.
Man.
Watching it.
Hey, man, how's it feel to be replacing Howard Stern?
It's awesome, dude.
It's awesome.
What
I way to work this morning, and
hold on a second. I think you used the F word there.
I definitely did. The light go on? Can people even hear us right now?
No.
Oh.
No, we're on a 2-hour delay, so we're really pretty much just running best stuff until 8:05, and then we'll be back live on the show.
The good news is he's on his way to work, though. He's on his way there. He's starting the work day.
That airplane's not going to fly itself.
True.
He's got to get there.
Wait.
Yes.
Wait, what? Is he a pilot?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay.
Part of my gig. Part of my job.
You joke. You joker.
Part of my job.
Yeah, can I just say, I'm just so tired this morning right now. 'Cause I was at the Rose Bowl last night. Oh, gosh. Wow, that was...
Well, it certainly makes sense that you would be the one to get to go to the Rose Bowl. Of the three of us and everyone in this building right now, certainly you... Canadian lady with, hipster credentials should be at the Rose Bowl.
Essentially no interest in football whatsoever. Wow, that Reggie Bush.
Well, this is...
Wow, he's some guy.
This is how it works. This is how life works. They're 15 guys who would cut off their pinky to get into that Rose Bowl, all 10 years older than you and all football fanatics, to say the least, yet you have a passing interest in the game, and you're sitting there because you're a beautiful woman.
No.
Let's face it.
Essentially the reason that I went is because I am now girlfriend of the year. Because of the tickets. You got the tickets? Well, I got the tickets.
How did you get the tickets?
My friend Dino from Pontiac. He's a friend of mine.
Right, but if you're
a
fat,
sponsor of
you'd have a friend named Steve from Rite Aid, and it wouldn't help you at all.
No, well, yeah, I guess
You know what I'm
so.
saying?
Well, I did a little thing with them.
That's my point. You're good-looking. You got a guy, named Dino from Pontiac. He buffs you out with the tickets.
Yeah.
Fat chicks don't know guys named Dino. From Pontiac.
I guess.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't know anybody.
He's just, I did something with him, and he likes me, and
that's my point.
And they asked me if I want, and I was just like, okay, and my boyfriend wanted
It's so easy when you're beautiful.
I'm sure the reason Dino took to you, too, was because of the charming conversation that the two of you had. I'm sure he just embraced you intellectually and said, you know what, she's good people, and I want to do her a favor.
You're just jealous?
A little bit.
Jealous because you're not cute like me?
Well, it is the ultimate.
Look at this glorious smile. Look
it's
at
the
these
ultimate
pearly
celebrity.
whites.
It's the ultimate hall pass, being a beautiful woman. It really is.
Well, the thing is,
if only I'd have known that years ago.
Well, first off, you're 19, so you don't have to get into that years ago business. You don't have to lament about the past. Not like, well, the 60s were a great time. If only I'd known what I know now. Now, how old are you, Rachel? You're not old.
No, I'm not old like you.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually my birthday in a couple weeks.
Well, that still doesn't give the answer.
You're right.
This is what Dino loved so much about it, the scintillating conversation.
Yes.
How old are you?
How old am I?
Well, I learned the other day you weren't born in 1974, so, you don't have to be coy about your age if you're under the age of 31 or 32.
I'm under the age of 31.
Can we say this? Can we just make a rule right now?
Yes.
Particularly with you, Rachel, but anyone who comes within these four walls. Let's just have a rule. No one is allowed to reside up on Coy Hill. Come down from the hill and answer the questions.
That's right.
Just answer the questions.
We got to start being honest with each other.
That's right.
Day, let's just get it out.
Get down from your alabaster perch atop Coy Hill.
Yes.
And give us the truth. Now look, if I saw some crow's feet and one tooth that was a different color, I wouldn't ask. I don't ask my mom's friends how old they are. When I see a woman who's probably 27 at best, in your 20s, not in your 30s yet, it's okay to ask. And I don't know, that's a good question. When is it? When is that line? Is it 35 and under? Is it 30 and under? It seems like it keeps getting younger. There's women under 25 who don't want to say how old they are.
Yeah, there's some rule. I don't understand society's law that and you sort of accept it and feel bad when they say, you can never ask a woman her age, and you say, I can't believe it's like when somebody says somebody's dead, so and so in my family died. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You're required to say it or you're inappropriate.
So Rachel, how old are you?
Oh wow, I don't know. Maybe I should just have you guess.
Just tell me.
Why do I got to tell you? Why do I got to tell you?
I'll tell you why, because I will fire you if you don't tell me. That's why.
I gotta go.
You have to tell us how old you are.
Wow.
What? If you say you're 42, I will hit the floor and then I will apologize. But you're not going to say that. You're going to say you're 26 3/4 or 29 in a month, and it'll make no difference because you're a young woman. So please spit it out.
I'm 29.
Okay.
Wow, geez. I don't want to upset you, Adam.
Too late. Too late. Your work is done. Mike?
You know what? Why did I even tell you then?
Because I threatened to fire you. That's why.
You know what? I just didn't want to see you cry. I didn't want to make man cry first thing in the morning.
Well, this on the heels. I can't believe how brazen you are. This on the heels of yesterday when the great Adam Carolla cracks wise, and the response you give him is, "That's not funny."
I don't even remember that.
Is that right?
I must have blocked it from my memory.
That's what makes you great.
I guess I want to like Rachel on some subconscious
Part of what makes
level.
You great.
Yeah. How dare you? Well, we got things to talk about. We got to talk about the game. Dave will get into that in detail during his #1 sports report in the 7
That's a good idea.
I don't know.
Maybe you mention it, I will.
Maybe I should just tell you about the game, seeing as I was there.
Tell us, where were you? How were your seats?
They were pretty good. They were up on up near the top, But I was sitting right behind that McGriff guy. I wouldn't have known that from ESPN.
McGriff guy.
The crime dog or whatever.
Yeah. Well,
my boyfriend told me. I wouldn't have known.
He's from ESPN. I think he's from the baseball diamonds, the big leagues.
Yeah.
Are you sure he's not? Or he said he was some guy. He's some guy that reports on college football. He's like the college foot.
It's not McGriff.
It's not McGriff. Okay.
All right, but the crime dog is McGruff. And he's the one. He's this character.
This is what I know about sports.
Here's how we dreamt up a foolproof way to stop crime in this country. We got an animated dog to tell you not to leave your laptop computer at the airport. And we've not had any stealing since. So we have McGruff over here. I don't know what you guys
have in Canada.
Yeah, McGirt the Moose or something.
Yeah.
The point is Fred McGriff, baseball player. McGruff the crime dog, somehow McGriff became McGruff the crime dog. It's a many-layered strudel. The point is you were sitting behind McGriff.
I was hitting. Well, you know what? I was sitting behind someone, and you know what? There was some illegal gambling going on at this game. People were making some sort of wagers on things. I walked through a tunnel, and it smelled like vomit.
Yeah.
That's her lasting memory of perhaps the greatest college football game of all time. I sat behind Fred McGriff, who was not there, and two. The tunnel smelled like vomit. Good for you. I'm glad you were there.
I ate something called a churro, which was like a cinnamon penis.
Those are tasty.
The penis or the churro?
Yes.
So,
yes and yes.
And was what side of the stadium were you on? Don't say south side. I mean, we're on the Texas side or the USC side?
Oh, you mean who was I cheering for?
No, what side? There's like usually a Texas side, a home team, away team. Were you amongst Texas people or were you amongst USC people?
There was different people cheering for different teams sitting all around me.
So there's some Auburn fans in there too. Yeah, but my point is was there orange around you or maroon?
There was
both?
It was mixed up.
Really?
Yeah, there was some people wearing orange. There was some people wearing the red and yellow colors.
So it was sort of 50-50. I mean, like when Texas would score, half the people would go.
Before you give it away, I'd like to see if Rachel knows which team wore which colors. Which colors did Texas wear?
They were in white.
And what was their
second color?
Accent color?
Orange. Yes.
All right. Well,
horrible color for
when we left. We were cheering for the California team style, the Gladiators, the California Gladiator team.
Right.
And
do you know their name? USC. What's their mascot?
What did they have? There was a marching band, Trojans.
Yeah.
Yes. Just because the marching band had the helmet, the gladiator-style helmet. When we were leaving, my boyfriend unfortunately wore a vest that had that pumpkin orange color on it, but we were cheering for the California Gladiator team. And when we left, someone...
Yeah.
I don't know. That's how I get excited about things.
Somebody threw a beer at him or something?
No, when we were leaving, someone yelled at him, can I say a-hole?
I think you can say a-hole.
They called him
Yeah. Go ahead.
An asshole. They called him an asshole when we were walking back to the car.
Because he was wearing the orange sweater.
And then we got about 50 feet away, and then the guy goes, tell your girlfriend to F off.
Could you not hear the guy? I mean, you could hear him. He could have told you to F off directly, right?
Yeah, but but I don't like to be spoken to directly by drunken people. Well, anyway, so he called. So we were like 50 feet away by this point. So he started motioning to the guy. All right, like come over here.
Right.
And then the guy got up, but then he wouldn't leave his buddies. Yeah. And you know what? That man I'm angry at, because I could have seen my boyfriend level some guy in a parking lot.
Yeah.
That would have been very entertaining for me.
That's the only possible outcome?
Yeah.
With your boyfriend leveling this guy, not the other way around? Him being beaten shamelessly?
Well, after he leveled the guy, we probably would have had to run a mile more to get to the car.
Yeah, because he had his buddies there.
Exactly. But he wouldn't even come over. I'm like, don't yell at me if you're not going to, like...
I met your boyfriend. He seems like good people.
He's Italian like you.
I don't want to say anything bad about him, but a guy who goes to the Rose Bowl to watch, as a fan of the gladiator team, as you call them, who wears the colors of the other team they're playing against, doesn't seem like a great fan. Not a huge fan. Dave, your team is what? Your pro team?
I'm from the city of Pittsburgh, so yes, you're the Steelers. Yes.
Steelers. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay, so if the Steelers...
This is still time to learn about one another.
Okay, if the Steelers were playing the Dolphins, you wouldn't show up in a white and turquoise shirt, would you, over at Heinz Field?
Of course I wouldn't. Shame on him. And shame on him further for taking you. Listen.
For taking me, they were my tickets.
Your only memory of the game is smelling puke somewhere. and this fantasy that your pretty boyfriend was gonna lay a whipping on some drunk.
Yeah.
When in fact his pretty boy mug would have been destroyed forever, perhaps.
Yes, he wouldn't be so pretty anymore.
Excuse me, are you challenging my boyfriend to a duel?
No,
right now?
He challenged him to a mug off because Dave believes his mug is prettier.
You're just jealous that my boyfriend's prettier than you.
He is a good-looking man. I must say that about him.
Listen, there's a difference between pretty and handsome.
What's the story with your face, son?
I'll tell you the good thing about being a guy, though, that women don't really have, unfortunately. When a guy like your boyfriend, who's clearly more attractive than Dave Damashek, or myself, we can still claim intellectual superiority and be fine. As a woman, you can't really do that. When you're a troll and there's a hot chick and everyone goes, oh, she's so much better looking than you, and you go, yeah, but look at me. I'm fluent in Spanish and English. So everyone goes, well, who cares, bitch?
What did you say?
What did you say, fatty? Give me a coffee, would you? Stop eating, please.
Do you have the hot girl's number?
Right.
Can you give me that in English, please?
As a guy, you get to go, well, I have a wonderful sense of humor, and I know sports trivia, and I'm a whiz under the hood of the car, and you get to score points for yourself and at least pull even with a good-looking guy. All right. Let's take ourselves... Yes.
I think that it works the exact same way, that... girls think that, like, being smart is going to make them, like, seem, I may not be pretty, but I'm smarter than her.
Well,
girls don't, I don't think girls care that you know about home improvement.
No, here's the thing. Let me straighten you out. First off, women can talk all they want. We'll decide. It's like those 300-pound chicks that go, hey, baby, I'm all that and then some. And everyone's going, yeah, I'm going to vomit, honey. Get out of ski pants, would you? I'm bringing my lunch up. Hey, baby, you never seen anything. That's right. I don't want to see any more. So they do a lot of that talk. 50. They do that thing. The 52-year-old chick who's 50 pounds overweight, and she's going, baby, I'm just getting started. I'm better than I was when I was in high. And you're like, glad I didn't see you in high school, because I don't want to see you now. You can talk. Yeah, you talk all you want about how hot you are when, big is beautiful, or you're not old, you're seasoned, or whatever. We'll decide as guys, and we already took a vote a million years ago. We went 19 and thin. That was where our vote came down. So you can speculate all you want, but the reality is guys will decide. And I'm telling you now, the hot chick versus the super smart, unattractive chick, obviously we'll take the hot chick every time. But as it pertains to women, and obviously you're showing your hand here, Rachel Perry, by saying it makes no never mind to you what kind of intellectual prowess your man has. But to many women, a good sense of humor or a great intellect and the ability then to make some money with that intellect can even you out with a good-looking physical specimen in the male department.
No, but my point was that you said, hey, yeah, well, I know this, and I know all this sports trivia, and you think girls find sports trivia really attractive? Oh, my God, he told me who won the 1942 World Series of Wrestling.
If that was such an event, Dave could tell you who won. Unfortunately,
oh my God, you
made that up.
It's so hot.
All right. Okay. All right. You're not attracted to Dave Damashek. You're not attracted to Adam Carolla.
I thought we weren't going to lie.
That's not...
There's a problem.
That's not entirely...
We have to take a break, but there is a problem, and this is not you. This is not you, Rachel, but there is that thing of, if a woman is not smart, how the hell does she know if you're smart? If a woman doesn't have a sense of humor, how the hell does she know you have a sense of humor? Answer, she doesn't. Back to the good-looking guy. We'll be back after this.
You're listening to the Adam Carolla Show. Remember, he loves you too.
Yeah, phone number 866-901-ADAM. I'm Adam, Dave Damashek here with us. Rachel Perry going to be doing her entertainment report. Kathy Griffin is coming in here, the great redheaded Kathy Griffin. I have probing questions for Kathy. For instance, I think she got divorced, but she's still living with her man, which to me means you're either really rich or really poor. Middle class, guys that make $80,000 a year don't do that. But if you make $8,000 a year, you do that, because no place for the old lady to go, no place for you to go. And if you're really rich, you go out to the pool house, and she lives in the main house, and
build them their own wing.
You build their own wing. Yeah, that's how that works. Brusca, write that down, the rich and poor thing, because I have theories. Let's talk to Alan. Alan?
Hey, what's up there, Adam?
What's happening?
Couple things.
Okay.
It was nice of you to give the cranberry sauce recipe on your last day.
Thank you.
And also, that girl said, when you asked where her father is, she said in Israel.
Yeah, thank you. I think he's taking a little walk down memory lane. He's doing some love line material.
Well, love line, but...
All right. You see what happens when you try to talk to people? My grandfather was right. Treasure?
Hello, Adam. Okay, yesterday you were talking about how kids all of a sudden are, like, allergic to their hair and stuff.
Kids are pussies.
Here's why.
They used to be our future, now they're our pussies.
I, too, have lots of
I think you know the way I mean that.
Yeah, absolutely. And,
hold on a second. Quiet down. Let me just say this. Yesterday we were talking about this. When I grew up, there wasn't anyone that was allergic to anything. Kids just were kids. They ran around, they got dirty, they went home. There was no Purell, they weren't sanitizing all the time. There was one sickly kid that had asthma, and that was it. And then there was the one kid that had the short leg, who had to wear the big heel on his shoe, the creepy big heel. Where's that kid? I miss that kid.
The Herman Munster shoe.
Yeah, one side was just a standard PF Flyer, the other was 4 inches tall.
Right.
Creepy. But the point is there was one of those kids, one asthma kid, one Herman Munster shoe kid with the short leg. That was all we had. There wasn't any, he's allergic to mold, he's allergic to peanuts, he goes into anaphylactic shock, he has airborne allergies, he has environmental allergies. These pussies didn't exist when I was a kid. I say we're forming these kids.
Definitely.
I say we're making them. We have not changed genetically in the last 20 years, obviously, we have not changed enough to create these kids. We're putting it into their heads. What did Treasure have to say?
I've heard some...
Yes.
The P word. It's because of cesarean sections. I swear to goodness gracious.
Right. Treasure, a stripper from Vegas, is going to weigh in on the plight of the children today. Yes,
I graduated and I used to teach kids and stuff.
Oh, okay. By the way, that doesn't add a lot of weight to your argument when you go, no, I graduated and I used to teach kids and stuff. Kids and stuff sounds like a horrible theme restaurant at a mall, by the way. Okay, so she knows. It's the C-sections.
I, for one, think it's the lack of drinking. I don't think they feed kids breast milk enough.
Not enough breast milk.
Not enough breast milk and all the crap that we eat.
Yeah, but when you say you were eating the same crap a short 8 years ago when you were
I was born.
Junior high. Yeah. Treasure?
Yes.
So the C-sections are what?
seriously, I used to teach elementary school. Yeah. And I never liked talking during the parent-teacher conference because I didn't really want to tell them really how atrocious their kids were, so I would just listen. And people would tell you everything. And I noticed a correlation between the most atrocious, asthmatic, wheezy, horrible kids were always C-section babies. I think there's something about, like, that struggle in the flora and the fauna of pushing out.
Right.
That's good for babies. I don't know.
Okay.
Hardly I'm super from
you don't know. Let's just leave it at that.
Miss Treasure.
This is great because at 10 o'clock last night, I was talking to my wife about a C-section because she's pregnant. So
Everybody
I'm going
gets
to give
them.
birth to one of these kids.
Are you going to have a C-section?
Well, I got twins coming, so I have to. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is going to be a fun thing, by the way. This is the first, if I'm not mistaken, the first announcement you've made on the show.
Yes.
That your wife is to have children. I hope that we will, that you'll open it up and allow one of the listeners to name your child. One of your children, at least. You get to name one.
Right.
Listeners, the other.
All right.
Just so
What's
you know.
fair is fair.
All right.
Just so you know, these children, each child is going to cost you until the age of 18. Well, maybe more for you because you are literally a millionaire.
Literally.
If you have a child in 2006, it's going to cost you $353,000 per child.
By the time they get to 18?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound that bad.
That doesn't sound that bad.
Oh, well, here's the other thing, too. And you guys all met my dad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Imagine how much he spent on the Ace Man growing up. Who? Huh? College fund? Are you high? That cheap bastard. Here, I used to sit next to Dr. Drew every night. He had his triplets, and he'd be like, he'd be pulling his hair out, saying, these kids are almost college age. It's going to cost $350,000 just to put each one of them, and doesn't even count grad school. And what about medical school? Or what if? And I would always say, or you could spend nothing, zero. My goddamn dad spent zero. My dad spent $500 on me and my sister combined from the time we're in the 7th grade until today. That's it. I swear to Christ, there was no college, there was no fun, there was no cars, there's no space camp, there's nothing. You can just spend nothing. Everyone I grew up with in North Hollywood, Ray, Chris, all the Wees, all those guys, zero. They just spent zero.
And look how you turned out. You're literally a millionaire.
Literally. And the point is I'm not bitter.
What you got to do is, what you do, you just crack the whip and you say, listen, you want to go to college, you make straight A's, get yourself a scholarship, better yet, be a great athlete so I can enjoy the process
right.
and get a football scholarship.
Right, and then, God willing, one day Rachel Perry will go to your game and mispronounce your team's name. It'll be awesome. And these are where the asthmatic pussies are coming from. Soft, asthmatic, wussy kids were all oh, honey, it's going to cost $350,000 by the time nothing. You get nothing. You earn it, baby. No asthma.
It's also interesting, if we could go back to Miss Treasure, the elementary school teacher. I think we learned a powerful lesson that I've known for some time now, since my youth, is, if you're a high school teacher, you actually have to know some things. You have to be smart to some extent,
right.
As they say, those who can do, those who can't teach. But if you're an elementary school teacher, you really have to know very, very little. You're dealing with 6-year-olds. You're going to be smarter than them, yes? You could pretty much be a half-wit and still be smarter than a 7-, 8-year-old kid, right?
I think it's a push with Treasure, but yeah.
You stupid bastard!
No, it's like being a piano teacher. You don't want to teach Mozart how to play the piano. You want to teach some snot-nosed 5-year-old who doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
Right.
That's it. Yeah. I could teach junior high history tomorrow. I couldn't. If I went to the college level, I'd be in trouble.
That's interesting. So if this falls through, tomorrow,
I'll go teach shop.
2nd grade.
Yeah.
I think we should poll the callers and have people call in who have asthma and find out if they were delivered by C-section.
That's a good call. That would
Just
be good
keep
radio.
a running tally.
Running tally?
A running tally.
All right. If you were delivered via C-section and you have asthma, call up. And we'll just check Rachel's box.
Or if you have asthma.
Hold on, can we check your box?
You can check my box.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
we'll check Rachel's box if you have asthma and if you're delivered C-section. Rachel Perry was going to do the entertainment report. She still is. She's just going to do it after this.
It's the Adam Carolla Show. Call Adam Carolla now at 866-901-80AM. Let's do this.
Finally, we get a pro lay down some VO, do a little VO work for us. Yeah, 866-901-ADAM. I'm Adam. That's Rachel. That's Dave. Rachel is going to do her entertainment report. We got a quick update on the C-section causing asthma. Jennifer, what the hell is that name? Guinevere, sorry. What's up, baby doll?
Not much. How you doing?
You were born C-section?
Yes, I was, and I do not have asthma.
All right. Hold on. Rachel, I'm going to have to check your box.
Oh.
Put a check in your box when they don't have asthma. And they're born C-section.
I'll keep track.
Keep track.
Okay.
Check that box. All right, we got that. We got another C-section. Let me just check Christina.
So Bruska's going to check my box.
He'll do the box checking.
I'm quite certain that Bruska, who says that he has asthma himself, will be the first man ever, the asthmatic man to ever check Rachel's box. I'm quite certain of that.
Yeah, especially with those glasses.
Already done.
Yeah. I was born A-section, by the way. You do the math. Christina?
How's it going?
Yeah. C-section?
Yes.
Yeah.
C-section. I do have asthma.
You do have asthma.
I do.
Hold on a second. Bruska, someone's got to do it. You got to check Rachel's box.
Wait, he checks my box every single time?
You have 2 boxes. That's why you're in all the medical literature. 2 boxes. You got to check them both.
Got it.
Got it? All right. Rachel Pear, everyone, with the entertainment report.
Wait,
yes?
Bruska has asthma. Were you C-section?
No, natural birth.
Does he have to check my box?
No. Can leave. Oh, yes. Yeah, but the second box.
You got it.
Go ahead.
Simon Cowell's got a new TV show coming out. He's putting up $1 million of his own money.
Wow.
That right there, that's my entertainment
Literally
news.
a millionaire.
Nice. Literally a millionaire. And it's going to be on ABC, and it's about looking for new inventions. Here's Simon. Hey, you know what? I pretty much gave you the gist of it.
Yeah, you get it. Accent, inventions.
You want to hear some Tom Cruise? Oh, you got it?
We are going to do it like Idol. We're going to try and find the best new invention in America. I'm the executive producer, and I'm putting up $1 million of my money to give to the winner. No, I jumped on the roof.
Yeah.
There you go. I am going to put up $1 million.
The greatest invention would be if something could make Paula Abdul interesting.
I think you should...
That device I would pay $1 million for.
I think you should put your toilet seat holder thing, lifter handle...
Oh, honey.
...up.
Honey, you kid, but I have the Recyclarolla. I have the heated sofa. I have many, many ideas. I could easily walk away with that $1 million if it meant anything to me.
Yeah.
Of course, that's mere pennies in my coffers.
Just for amusement's sake, let's listen to...
I have coffers, you have boxes. Don't ever forget that.
Okay. Okay. In the meantime, let's listen to some Tom Cruise, just for the what the hey. What the hey? Tom.
No, I jumped on the roof. Okay? This is right. I haven't stopped, as you can see. I jumped on the roof. We raised the roof. Our whole family went ballistic.
That's Tom talking about what happened when they when the family found out that Katie was pregnant.
I know. I don't like any of these guys with their enthusiasm because my wife sits home and watches these entertainment shows, and she says, I told you I was pregnant 3 weeks ago, and you said that's fine, and then continued about your talk about the Rams uniforms.
That's fine.
Right. Do you see him? He literally not only raised the roof, he raised it so high he had to get out and jump on it to lower it back down again, and you just went on about Kurt Warner's days when he played with the Rams. See, these guys ruin it for everybody, these unrealistic a-holes. They sit home, they see these guys on the red carpet, they're making out with their wives in front of the paparazzi, and they're talking about how much they love them, they're talking about how excited they are about their families. They do that thing where they go, the greatest day of my life, not winning the Super Bowl, not getting the Academy Award, the day my first child was born, all that, and then my wife looks at me and she immediately gets angry, because that's how women work. They don't live in a vacuum. They just compare it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Compare everything to celebrities?
To anyone, to anything.
Let me tell you.
Here's the thing. If you, I'm sorry for cutting you off, but if your old lady felt great about the engagement ring she had, and then went to a party and saw a chick with an engagement ring whose diamond was twice as big, then she would become angry. 10 minutes ago, she was happy. Now she saw this. That's how it worked with Tom Cruise.
Well, I will say this. Do you feel if you go to a party and, well, now this wouldn't happen in your case, of course, the lovely Lynette, but I feel like there have been times in my life when I've been with a certain woman and I've gone to a party and seen hotter women with other guys, and then I resent the current girl.
I get angry at them, too.
No, not
us, but yeah.
Cindy.
No, listen, if I see a commercial where there's a fat, schlubby, bald guy with a hot wife, I turn to my wife and get angry. That's nice. It's a great impulse. Thanks, Dan.
I get highly affected by the things that happen in the celebrity world. Like, I base everything. Like, I get upset when I hear that people are breaking up. My world is destroyed today. Charlie Sheen and Denise Richards are indeed filing for divorce. Off again. Wow. Yeah, apparently they went to Barbados or something, and then, they were fighting the whole time. They left a couple days early. But
that's good news for me.
But
go ahead.
The sun is rising because Kim and Eminem, that's the mother of his child.
Right.
Getting married again, apparently. Nicolette Sheridan and former boyfriend Michael Bolton back together again. You like this sign right here?
Yeah.
Hand signing. Futurama. I love Futurama. Apparently it had such good DVD sales. Much like Family Guy, they are considering bringing it back.
Really?
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to give you the lineup of people that are going to be on Dancing with the Stars tonight in case you wanted to watch some stars get sweaty and dance.
I love Futurama, too. All 4 minutes I saw of that one episode that one time 7 years ago. I just don't believe anyone has ever watched Futurama.
I love that show.
You love Futurama?
So good.
It was
Thank
great,
you, Mike
but
Lynch.
it was one of those shows that was somehow I saw an episode and a half. Right?
There are books, there are movies, there are TV shows that I realize are synonymous with quality. I've just decided I'm never going to see them. People can tell me until they're blue in the face to watch The Office. I don't watch The Office. People can tell me...
You got Arrested Development canceled, didn't you?
I did that.
You probably got Greatest American Hero canceled, too.
I had a hand in that, although I was younger, yes.
Yeah. And that Zach Galifianakis show, too.
Big fan. Well, not so much of Zach, but his brother Seth. Great football coach. Anything else, Rachel?
I just want to tell you who is going to be the stars that people are going to be dancing with.
Kenny Mayne, we learned yesterday, is going to be in there.
Tatum O'Neal, Lisa Rinna, Master P. Tia Carrere, Giselle Fernandez, whoever that is, George Hamilton, Stacy Keebler, she's a wrestler. Ted?
Sure.
Happy about that. And Drew Lachey, brother of Nick Lachey.
Yeah.
Ex-husband of Jessica Simpson, and Jerry Rice.
Right.
Some sort of gladiator.
Yeah. He played for the San Francisco 59ers. You probably remember that ball club.
Anyway,
with,
that's...
little quarterback by the name of Joe Idaho. Okay.
That's all going to be 8 to 10 p.m. tonight on ABC.
Fantastic. Nice job, baby doll. We will take ourselves a break. Oh, man. More C-section calls. And, of course, Dave Damashek, who's coming with his list. Those of you who don't know Dave and his end-of-the-year list, which basically call out the best that the world has to offer. The best condiment, the best pizza topping, the best uniform, the best. He'll give you his best list after this.
It's the Adam Carolla Show. Call Adam Carolla now at 866-901-ADAM. Good times.
Yeah, good times. I'm Adam. That's Dave. That's Rachel. Rachel's going to be doing the news. Dave is going to be doing double duty. He's going to be doing not only his #1 sportscast, but also his end-of-the-year, top-of-the-list chart for us. I want to say something real quick before we get back into the show. I was just freshening up my coffee out there with the hazelnut coffee. And it struck me, does anyone like these goddamn coffee flavors?
Women.
Who's buying this stuff? Women? Mm-hmm. It smells good. It makes the room smell of hazelnut, but the coffee tastes like ass. And here's what it brought me to a little bigger subject, which was, stop trying to flavor things that have a flavor. I like bagels. I don't need the liver and onion bagel. I don't need the jalapeno bagel. I don't need the chocolate chip bagel. You want to know why? It's a bagel. It tastes like a bagel. When I'm in the mood for a bagel, I want to eat a bagel. When I'm in the mood for coffee, I want coffee. Coffee's a flavor. There's coffee ice cream. Right. It's not hazelnut coffee ice cream. It's coffee ice cream. Stop buying these crappy flavors, everybody. They smell great, but they taste like crap.
Let's not call it coffee. Come up with a new name for it. Same thing. I'm on the road this morning. Big billboard. Diet Coke, vanilla and cherry flavored. Well, how about this? That's not Diet Coke any longer. Now this is an entirely new concoction. Let's come up with a brand new name for it.
Dave's right. The wheels have come off the societal wagon because of these flavors. I agree. The hazelnut tastes like hazel ass. Uh-oh. Brusca likes hazelnut. I just got this note handed to me. The asthmatic, four-eyed asthmatic over there.
Thanks, Angie. I appreciate it.
When he's not checking boxes, he's loving hazelnuts.
I figured I would not chime in on that one.
It's just, here's the thing. If you enjoy coffee, then you're not going to enjoy the Swiss mocha or the hazelnut or the cranberry, whatever. It smells great when you rip the foil off the thing and you shove your snout in there. Smells awesome, but it doesn't taste like anything.
Right.
Vanilla coffee, this is the biggest culprit. This tastes like ass, this vanilla coffee. And yet everyone insists on making it, and they think they're doing you a favor. One day I'm going to compile a list, much like Dave's year-end list, that's just going to be a big list of the stuff that everyone buys that no one goddamn wants anymore. I don't want any trail mix. I don't want any Fiesta mix. I don't want any flavored coffee. I don't want any thick crust pizza. I don't want any of that stuff. Just give me the good stuff.
But if it has to be, because different taste buds for different people.
Screw those people.
But if you're going to have hazelnut coffee, it's no longer coffee. It's a new thing. So in the future, I'd like it to be, would you like some coffee? No, I think I'll have the Hazel Buka.
Right.
Do you have any Hazel Buka in the house?
Right down there.
Oh, yes.
Right down Buka. That's a good word for Dave.
With coffee, tea, or Hazel Buka?
Hazel Buka. Yeah, the thing is, too, is that we're on day 7 of this hazelnut coffee. Go mix it up once a month, but not every goddamn day. It's horrible tasting. Please stop it, and stop pretending like you're doing everyone a favor by buying them the lovely flavored coffee.
Somebody just made a new pot out there.
Please. You could take a dump into that filter. It would be better than the hazelnut.
We got to get to the news. Let's do the news next.
We got to do news?
Yeah.
All right. Let's do the news. Rachel, what do you got for us, baby doll?
In the news, there's sorrow, anger, and heartbreak today in West Virginia after the death of 12 coal miners. Ben Hatfield, the chief executive of the mining company, said they did the best they could to save the trapped miners, and he, quote, sincerely regrets the families were led to believe their loved ones were alive. The sole survivor, a young 26-year-old miner, is in critical condition with a collapsed lung and dehydration. In Israel, Prime Minister Ariel Sharon is fighting for his life following a massive stroke and 7 hours of surgery to stop the widespread bleeding to his brain. Sharon associates said today they did not expect the 77-year-old Prime Minister to return to office.
Well, I heard just a couple of weeks ago that his doctors were begging him to lose weight.
And, I mean, it was just like less than a month ago that he had a minor stroke.
Yes, minor stroke. But it made me realize, you've arrived when your doctors beg you to do something. Could you please lose weight? We're begging you to stop smoking, so we're begging you to exercise. My doctor would yell at me to exercise, would yell at me to stop smoking, would yell at me, but they would never beg me. It's always great. You've really arrived at a certain place in life when you have a team of doctors and they're begging you to do something, and you're having none of it. Yeah.
Nobody's ever begged you to do something?
No, they tell me to do things.
Oh.
My dentist doesn't beg me to floss. He yells at me, floss, and then he throws a thing of floss
demands,
at me.
Right.
He demands that I floss. When you reach a certain place in life, you have people that beg you to do things, but they can't tell you to do anything.
The man's 77.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's 5'7", he's 400 pounds. Who knew he was overweight? Yeah. Doctors had no way of knowing.
In other news, everybody, please.
Hold on one second. Let me just say this. I hope this doesn't throw this stable area known as the Middle East into crisis again. Because it's been nothing but daisies and unicorns for so long over there. I hope this doesn't upset the apple cart.
Well, the other side of the equation, the Arabs are, you would think that they might be saying, see, this is a sign from above that we're in the right on this, except that in Mecca, yesterday or today, am I correct? Many deaths from a wall collapsing.
Shocking.
So really, it's a break even.
Well, all I know is it's not the people.
Well,
it's not the people. It could not possibly or mathematically be the people. Impossible. Impossible. Not the people. And same with good countries where they don't fight and there's no crime. Not the people. Nothing to do with the people. Couldn't be the people. Do the math. It's impossible.
Humidity.
People are great. Yeah. It's got to be in the air or in the soil. It's not the people. Go ahead, Rachel.
Just so you know, addendum to that, they are 3 months away from their general election. So,
Well,
that
so,
has to.
120 days from getting this, or 90 days from having this whole thing straightened out.
So, in other news, everybody, mooning, it's now completely legal.
It is.
Thank you, 44-year-old Raymond McNeely of Germantown, Maryland.
Wow.
Yes.
He dropped his pants and wasn't cited?
Got into a fight with his neighbors. Dropped his pants. Unfortunately, there was an 8-year-old child there. So he got arrested for indecent exposure. Could have spent 3 years in the clink,
right,
as some people refer to it. And he lost his trial. He appealed and won because the judge said that, if showing your buttocks was illegal, then every person walking around in a thong would get arrested.
I would make this argument, though. If you see back sack, then we got a crime.
That's it.
You know what I mean? A little crack is fine, but you see back sack, now we got a problem with the kids.
You do run the risk of that with the moon.
No more unattractive part of a human being than the back of the sack. Put that in your box.
Would you check my box, please, Brusca?
Put the back of the sack in the box, would you please, Brusca? And let's keep moving.
And also, if you've got a cold, it's cold and flu season. Apparently, frequent genital grinding increases your phagocyte cells and boosts your immune system.
So dry humping boosts your immune system?
Actually, right after climax, your phagocyte cells double.
Really?
And that apparently helps you stop getting a cold, or destroys the microbes that cause a cold. And
so phagocyte is more than something Damashek cruises for on the internet. It's an actual... It's some sort of medical term. Cell in your body. Well, phagocytes.
Yeah.
Wow.
If you've got a high phagocyte count, I would imagine that you are not checking Rachel's box. Is that true?
I think we're about right there.
Well, check that box because that's the news.
Dry humping. Back in. Wow. It went the way of the dodo, but it's back. All right. I'm in. Tonight I dry hump, fellas. Yes. Tomorrow moist hump.
Make sure you climax.
Oh.
It's time for Dave Damashek's #1 sports. #1 sports. Do it, Dave.
NBA last night. The Suns beat the Sixers in Phoenix. The Trailblazers got crushed in San Antonio, and the Supersonics knocked off the Bulls in their new coach Bob Hill's first game. The Associated Press has announced their Rookies of the Year. Tampa Bay running back Cadillac Williams, Offensive Rookie of the Year, of course, and San Diego linebacker Sean Merriman, sack artist extraordinaire, goes home with the Defensive Award. NFL playoffs, of course, get going day after tomorrow. Tampa Bay's giving 3 to the visiting Redskins. Patriots are favored at home by 7.5 against the Jags. Then Sunday, Carolina's at the Giants, getting 3. Then the Steelers going into Cincinnati, giving 3 points, favored.
Yeah, sure.
To win.
Sure, the black and gold.
But, of course, before we get to all that, the big story in the world of sports, nay, the nation. Last night's Rose Bowl, spectacular game.
Yeah.
Back and forth. It had pretty much everything you could want for a football fan. Even Rachel Perry, who was in attendance, may have been able to find some pleasure in watching the actual game.
Well, the pageantry.
The pageantry. You know I'm no bigger fan. I'm an aesthete. That's why I love college football.
I'm in a what?
An aesthete.
What?
I don't know what that means either. It means his folks were born in Aesthedia, right?
Is that a Philly thing?
I appreciate things that have nice aesthetic value.
Yes, an aesthete.
Aesthete. I'm an aesthete.
I felt that the halftime show with the band was breathtaking.
I love the marching bands. I love the fight songs. What a matchup it was. Two traditional powers, the Texas Longhorns, the USC Trojans, their great fight song, Reggie Bush somersaulting into the end zone for touchdowns, Matt Leinart just about perfect in the second half, sharp as can be, reminding us all why he won the Heisman 2 years ago. Then Vince Young, unstoppable, running all over. The Trojans get up. You think the game's over with 6.5 minutes to go. Then Vince Young starts running wild.
Amazing.
Can't be stopped. He gets it in the end zone. USC gets the ball back. 4th and 1. Do they go for it? They do. If they get it, the game's over. But the Longhorns defense holds them. Vince Young gets the ball back. He starts driving them and driving them. He's on the money with his passes. His legs can't be stopped. And then, 4th and 5, with 20 seconds left on the clock. This.
4th and 5, the national championship on the line right here. He's going for the corner. He's got it.
Well, probably not as good on the radio, because you can't say Vince Young. Well, there's nothing better than Keith Jackson. He only makes the experience that much greater. The great Keith Jackson, the best of them all.
That was riveting. Damashek.
You can have the perfect defense.
Unstoppable. People are saying the greatest single game performance in the history of the sport. One of certainly the great games of all time.
Well, he set the record for combined yardage. I think it was like 467 total yards, 300 on the ground, or 250 and 210 or whatever the hell it was. I mean, the idea that he was able, if he was just, this is Vince Young, the quarterback for the Longhorns, if he was just playing running back and had 210 yards or whatever he ended up with on the ground, it would have been an amazing game. Right. And the idea is he outrushed Reggie Bush, who just won the Heisman, in the running back department.
It was, he was awesome. Yeah, had he just done that on the ground, he would have been a state hero forever in Texas. But, what a game. Reggie Bush running down the field, trying to lateral the ball in the middle of the field. That doesn't work. Vince Young later does it successfully, although he was down on that play. But
let me explain how the lateral works. Black to white doesn't work. White to black works. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Sort of like the alley-oop pass in basketball.
It's the same, right. Stockton can go to Malone. Malone can't go to Stockton. If Malone tries to throw the rainbow up there for Stockton to do the slam-a-jam, it ain't going to work. He ain't going to hit the net. So that's the problem. Reggie Bush, his only mistake was not seeing the color of the guy that was trailing the play that he was trying to lateral through. Right. He went to the white guy.
He saw the garnet and gold uniform. He ignored the most important color of all.
He thought he was on his team. He wasn't. Powerful stuff.
But listen, what a game. And now people have already... Reggie Bush is yesterday's news. It wins the Heisman. He's somersaulting into the end zone, as I say. And now all of a sudden, nobody has anything to say about him. Now it's Vince Young. He has to come out and be the #1 overall pick. I mean, he really was something else. He really was spectacular.
When Reggie did that somersaulting thing, even I got into the spirit of the game. I was shouting. I found myself shouting, unbeknownst to subconsciously, whatever. Go Reggie.
Wow,
I think I might have said it a couple times.
How big of you?
Wow.
Go Reggie.
Get into the spirit of the game.
Didn't know the name.
For you. God bless you.
Didn't know the name of the team, but knows the player.
A go team may have come out as well.
Typical female thing is to refer to the players by their first name as though she somehow knows them. Reggie.
He was the only one.
We will...
I would have said number 5.
We need to take a break before this gets ugly. Dave, as promised, will give his #1 list of the year. Yeah, go ahead and fire it.
Dave Damashek's #1 sports.
Gotta get that in. Had to get it in.
Sure.
Thank God we shoehorned that into the show. Dave will be back as promised with his #1 end of the year list. And Kathy Griffin has now walked into the green room. The beautiful Kathy Griffin. We'll talk to her. We'll talk to Dave. We'll talk to you after this.
Carolla now. 1-866-901-ADAM. That's 1-866-901-ADAM. It's the Adam Carolla Show. You better call. This is MG. We got to go. Call the Adam Carolla Show.
Yeah. Brevity, soul of wit, everybody. I'm Adam Carolla. Dave's here. Rachel's here. Got Mike on the sound effects. Dave's going to give his year-end best-of list. First word from Jerry. Jerry from North Hollywood, my hometown.
That's correct. Good morning. Congratulations on the show. I'm loving it. I'm probably one of your oldest fans since The Man Show.
Thank you. Where do you live in North Hollywood?
I live just north of the new LAPD station.
Yeah.
On Radford Street.
It's funny. You'd think
I'm on Bucknell. I'm sorry, I'm Bucknell.
All right. I'm not coming over.
Radford
would have sufficed. But it is always ironic that the cop stations are in the worst neighborhoods.
Even the new one.
if you live next door to a fire station, your house is not going to burn down. But if you live next door to a police station, you're going to get robbed.
Exactly.
That's weird.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right.
But my children went to school with you, both schools.
Really?
North Hollywood and Walter Reed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are they my age?
They sure are.
Wow. You're an old ass.
You know one of them definitely, and you may know my daughter, but I know you know my son.
Well, I bet I won't, but give me his name.
His name is David, and he's with Fear Factor.
Oh! Yeah.
I know him, too.
Yeah.
Hurwitz.
Dave Hurwitz.
Yeah. You got it. That's him. And I told him I'm sticking with this. I was listening to the other person, but David bought me Sirius for Hanukkah.
Yeah.
And he's putting it in the car. I said, you know what, David, forget about it. I'm sticking with Carolla. I'm giving him a chance. I love him. I watched him on The Man Show and Jimmy Kimmel, so why shouldn't I hang in there?
God love you, Jerry.
I'm an older fan.
Hold on a second, Jerry. First off, brown-nosing, definitely a gene he kicked down to his son. But I see where it emanates from. And God love it. I love an ass kisser. People are like, nobody likes an ass kisser. Not the guy who's getting his ass kissed. He loves an ass kisser. It's the other guys the guy works with who don't like the ass kisser because he's getting the promotion over them. I love an ass kisser. Obviously, a genetic trait.
That's awesome.
There you go, baby.
Yes.
Am I looking hot because I got that haircut?
That's such a great haircut, Adam. And I really appreciate the fact that you wore a really clean sweater today.
Thank you. It's the same clean sweater I wore the last 3 days in a row.
And not track pants.
Quiet down. Let me tell you the backstory here. Dave Hurwitz is a guy I went to junior high and high school with. Great guy. World-class brown-noser. But a great guy. He is the producer of Fear Factor. He called me a couple days ago. He said, I bought my dad the satellite radio so he could listen to Stern because he's a big Stern fan. And he said, Fat, because they're Jewish. Fat, he said, I want to listen to my buddy Carolla. I'll give him a chance on Celestial Radio before I switch over to Stern. And here he is now, just confirming his fact. Jerry?
Yeah, I really appreciate that, and that's the truth.
And both your kids, Dave and Cheryl. Yes, I know her, not intimately, but I know of your lovely daughter as well. They're both born C-section?
No, get it straight. No, I was born C-section.
Oh, you were born C-section.
I was born.
Well, he's turning on you. Get it straight, he says to you.
Yeah, what happened to the brown-nosing Jerry from 10 minutes ago?
I've been waiting a half an hour to talk to you on hold.
All right, sorry, buddy.
That's okay.
Flashing out.
Yeah. So you were born C-section, and you don't have asthma.
No, I did. I was born with asthma.
Oh.
I have, yes, and so was David, but he wasn't born C-section.
All right, hold on.
Check my box.
Check Rachel's box.
What's my box look like right?
Check Rachel's box.
What's my box looking like right now, Bresco?
It's gorgeous. It's filling up. It's filling up.
All right, old man, you give me the creeps now. Filling up.
I'm sure his son doesn't appreciate that kind of talk either.
I know, but he's. I love the Hurwitz family. Good people. Good people. All right, thanks, Jerry. Now, where were we? We're going to talk to what Dave was going to do for the last hour his year-end best-of list. What do you have for us, Dave Damashek? That Karate Kid song, when he's standing on the pylon in the praying lotus position, is bad. But hearing it naked, without any visuals, it is atrocious.
Yeah, it's ironic that the songs about the best are almost always
the worst.
Horrific, yes.
It is ironic.
Just in case you were looking to win the heart of my handsome boyfriend, you just did it by playing that song. Just so you know, if you want to walk across the street,
fan?
he just loves that song.
Wow.
What's the Tina Turner song about the best?
It's just, you're simply the best.
Simply the best. That's also a horrible song.
Here's why you should, if you're a young band listening, write a best song. Because one day, a few years down the road, when things aren't going well for you and you're out of rehab and the band is broken up, some shaving manufacturer, some company that makes shaving cream will pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
Some company that makes a bad sports car will pick it up and use it in their campaign, and you'll be rolling in clover. Thank you. Rolling in Clover, not a bad name for a song.
Speaking of the best.
Mm-hmm. Let's hear the song again, Mike. I really miss that song.
Try to be best, 'cause you're only a man. Try to believe, though the going gets rough, that you gotta
Karate Kid 2 or 1 here?
Oh, this is the original. This song is played in the montage in the All Valley tournament as he climbs through the ranks.
Wow. Yeah, montage.
On his way to fighting Johnny in the big final.
Who sings that? Who sings that?
Who is this, Damashek? Do we know?
I think The Who? Is that possible?
No. Not even.
I think it's the Rolling Stones.
Yeah. Hold on. Pop that down. Big Tad. I have a mission for you other than lose 200 pounds.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to need you to go find who sung the best around from the Karate Kid movie.
On my way.
All right? By this time Monday, we should have our answer.
Pat, I beg you to lose 200 pounds. I'm begging you.
All right. Now go find the singer of this song. Go ahead, Dave.
All right. Now, I give out the awards because, the Oscars, I took note 15, 20 years ago, the fact that, the Oscars take care of the movies, but, a lot of other things that deserve recognition each year
go unnoticed.
So, we will start off with the condiment of the year.
This would be ketchup, mustard, mayo, something
for Odd
like
5,
that.
this is for Odd 5. We're doing this, looking back.
Right.
Now, I don't have to tell anybody, but this is one of the most volatile, hotly contested categories every year. And no wonder with so many contenders. This year's nominees are ketchup, of course, last year's champion, condiment of the century back in 2000, another rock-solid year, jazzing up everything from French fries to hamburgers. Of course, mustard. When I say mustard, I mean dark mustard. I hope for a world when yellow mustard will be done away with entirely, because I contend that there's nothing that yellow mustard does better than dark mustard. Dark mustard is always better.
I think I can do it. And I agree. I want to live in a society that's mustard colorblind as well.
Yes.
I have a dream. But I think the pretzel, the large pretzel, does better with the yellow mustard.
Have you tried it? Answer me this. Have you tried it with the dark mustard?
No, but I'm going to say yes so I can shut you up. Okay. And I prefer the yellow a little bit better.
And think about this,
That's the only one. That's the only one.
That's a fair point.
Thank you.
But I'll say this, that dark mustard, I would like to, if we could just do away with the yellow mustard, here's a nice benefit that you're going to get out of it, is that you no longer going to have to waste that extra syllable. You're going to get, of saying dark mustard versus yellow mustard, no confusion. You'll just say mustard.
Right. And you'll know what you're getting.
And at the end of your life, you're going to have, probably, 12 to 15 extra minutes.
Yeah.
Because you didn't waste time saying dark versus yellow. Next, chipotle, smoky, exotic, spicy.
Yeah, awesome.
In other words, delicioso.
Yeah.
Congratulations to you all on a job well done.
So we got mustard, we got chipotle, we got the ketchup.
But this year, the condiment that spread itself across my heart.
Yeah. You waiting for Mike to cue something up that's going to be disappointing?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's move on. Oh, here we go.
There we go.
Condiment of the year, 2005, blue cheese.
Blue cheese. Wow.
Blue cheese. I sense some curiosity with this choice. But thanks to Buffalo Wings, I think we've all learned the versatility of this remarkable creation. Once used solely for a lettuce wedge, blue cheese is now used, in my home at least, to enhance hamburgers, steaks, French fries. Really anything that could stand the addition of its sharp, bold flavor. So here's to you, Blue Cheese, the 2005 Condiment of the Year.
Wow, that is awesome stuff.
Dairy product infused with mold.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, well, hold on. Let's enjoy this song. Big Pat has an update.
I found out who sings this,
by the way. Don't step on it until we get to the chorus here, because let's all just dig on this groove for a moment.
Hey, Blue Cheese.
What do you got for us?
Joe Esposito.
Joe Esposito, not only a great hockey player, but a fantastic songsmith. Wow, Joe Esposito.
Yep.
And you wonder why people are still talking about the great Joe Esposito when he comes out with gems like this. You know, what I learned from watching Karate Kid is the scariest guy on the mat is always the karate official. It's never the guy, the combatants. It's not this kid, it's not that kid, it's not the guy from the blue corner, it's the super huge, hairy, four-armed, testosterone-laden, balding, muscular, 40-something-year-old guy who may be a little bit fat, but you don't dare call him fat, who yells, "Let's get it on!" That's always the scariest guy in the ring. I'm always more frightened of him than I am of the two heavyweights that are going at it.
Yes, and I like that he shows up in the gi.
Yeah.
Himself.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because everyone knows if you officiate a boxing match, you have to wear silk trunks.
Now,
tape
Ace,
your hands.
I don't.
Yes.
Frankly, I don't really care for your validation because these are my awards.
Sure.
But I'd be interested to know, just out of curiosity, how you feel about Blue Cheese.
Well, first, I'd like to say that I'm sure the stock market is going insane at this point.
Right.
The buyers and sellers of Blue Cheese and or ketchup or other condiments, everything is just trading like mad over there right now.
I don't want to be immodest, but
yeah.
my awards carry some considerable clout.
Obviously,
right?
And that's why you have to give it much thought.
Right.
I think it's an interesting choice, Blue Cheese as a condiment. To me, I'm a barbecue sauce man. I enjoy dipping a fry into that. I like it on a burger. This is a little further off the beaten track, but I like it. It was a gutsy call, Damashek, and for that I stand behind you. We have to take a quick break. Kathy Griffin, speaking of the best around, Kathy Griffin's going to be in studio after this.
It's the Adam Carolla Show. Call Adam Carolla now, 866-901-ADAM. I'm hungry.
That was an awesome and informative traffic report. But let me be honest with you on these goddamn traffic reports. That zero information is as much information as I've used from traffic reports in the 30 years I've been listening to traffic reports times 5 times a day. These are the most useless reports in the entire planet. We got a mattress in lanes on the Zizix, off-ramp of the 605. Look out. Look out for... we got emergency vehicles on there. Does anyone know where the DeVore Pass is? I'm in Sherman Oaks. They're talking about the DeVore Pass. There's a jackknife big rig coming out of the 22. I've been here my entire life. I've never heard of the 22 freeway. But evidently there's a mattress in lanes. And then this tidbit, this smoky hot tidbit we can all use when we're on the road. Look out for brake lights. Thanks, a-hole. That's useful. Where's my steno pad when I need it? Look out for brake lights. Let me write this down. Do they light up when the car's braking, or do they light up to tell you I'm accelerating? I got to write this down. No more useless piece of trash on the radio than the traffic report, yet we all just ingest it dutifully like lemmings. We just suck it up like retarded sponges every morning. Hey, what's going on in a town I've never heard of? On a freeway I'll never be on. Has anybody, Kathy Griffin, the great Kathy Griffin in studio today, has anyone ever heard a traffic report and done anything about it?
Sometimes I want to know what's going on with the traffic in Yucaipa.
Yeah,
I can't find it on a map.
That's what you hear. Yeah,
I want to see how the slow lane's doing there.
Especially Southern California, which is so sprawling that there's cities, I've been here born and bred. There's cities I've never been to, I've never heard of. Yeah. I have no idea where these overpasses are, these freeways are, but yet an ass full of it every morning.
Where's Loma Linda?
That's my point.
Is that a hospital or a city?
I don't know, but watch out.
Okay.
Because there's a mattress in lanes.
Okay.
Yeah. I like when they get funny, too, a little bit. Watch out, a moped collided with a nuclear armament truck, so that Loma Linda off-ramp's going to shut down for a little while. Yeah, I'm sure the guy in the moped's excited about that.
You know what's great, too, is that they've taken on the morning shows, on the Today Show and such, they when they do the little local segment at the bottom of the half hour, they do a little traffic segment, and they go to a big grid.
Oh, yeah.
The roads and everything. And if there's a wreck there, they show a car crash.
It's an animation.
A little animated car crash, and it's exploding and stuff.
Like it's adorable. It's kind of cute.
Cartoon effects, and they say, we have a fatality at the 605, and there's a little cartoon thing.
That's good stuff. That's great, funny stuff.
Let's check weather.
Now let's check weather. 68 in Pomona, 68 in Van Nuys, 68 checking Loma Linda checking in 68 degrees. Sun Valley 68, Santa Monica 68. Yeah, it's the traffic in the weather. We've heard a billion times. Let me ask you this. You've heard 7 billion goddamn weather reports. You ever gone back in your house and got a sweater? No. You've heard 7 billion traffic reports. You ever got off the freeway? And if you do, you get off the 405.
You don't know where you're
on
going.
The Sepulveda with everyone else who heard it, and it's stuff. Here's all I'm saying. People make arguments about this total waste of time known as the traffic report. People defend it. My wife does this. I say, look, why are we listening to this? First off, 90% of the traffic reports I've heard from inside of my house. I've not been anywhere near a vehicle and not going to go near one for 2 hours, yet I'm listening to this useless traffic report. My wife argues, well, sometimes when I used to work over the hill, I said to her, okay, in 10 years of working over the hill, how many times did you hear a traffic report and say, I must alter my route? Well, I probably... Now people are stumped because they've never done it. And if they have, they've done it once. So you did it one time, you saved yourself 11 minutes, but you've wasted 2 years of your life listening to these godforsaken useless reports. That's all. That's all. Hate the traffic report, and thank God. And believe me, the one we just didn't hear is much information as we needed.
But wait, what about when you're in horrible traffic and then it's not on the traffic report? Did you ever, you were sitting,
angry.
I mean, there's flashing lights, you haven't moved in 20 minutes, and you're listening to the traffic on the 1s or the 2s, and you're thinking, okay, they're going to get to my freeway, and they don't.
Yes.
You're thinking, you mean there's worse traffic than me just sitting here for 20 minutes with accidents? And
you know what? You know what I feel like when I'm in traffic on the 101, and they're talking about the 22 and the 405, and everyone but the 101, I feel like the people from Oklahoma City.
What?
I feel like the people that were bombed in that federal building. Everyone talking about 9/11. What about us?
What about me?
What about us?
If you
this is
only
terrorism.
would have paid attention to the 22, I wouldn't be stuck in this mess.
Yes, where's my compensation?
Right.
I'm a widow.
Right.
Thank you. Kathy Griffin.
Yeah.
The great Kathy Griffin in studio. My life on the D list.
Right.
Starting up. Second big season starting in June, so just around the corner.
Right.
I enjoy the show. I must say, I'm a Kathy Griffin fan.
Oh, Adam.
And you know I've seen every episode, too.
You have not. I don't believe you. First of all, you've never come to see me do stand-up ever once. Ever.
I don't support the arts, that's why. I don't like any of that stuff.
All right, so you've seen the show. That's good.
I have, yes.
Good.
Yes.
And I appeared on your TLC show.
Yes, and to rave reviews. And I was welcomed into Kathy's home for her New Year's or Christmas party.
My compound. It's a compound.
It is officially a compound.
Yeah.
It's a tri-leveled compound as well. Speaking of the compound, though, last time I was there, we were talking about millions of dollars in water damage.
Right. Yeah.
Is that cleared up?
Is this the one I saw in Cribs, by the way?
No, but my new Cribs is going to be in January.
Oh, good. Good for you. Are you the first repeat appearance?
I doubt if I'm the first repeat Cribs.
Little Bow Wow's done it 28 times. Other than that, second place, Kathy Griffin.
Yeah. That would be a good marriage of convenience for me. Me and Bow Wow.
Yeah.
Crossing all demographics.
So obnoxious.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
11-year-old going, when I get my learner's permit, I'm going to be driving this Bentley.
I know.
Fantastic.
Romeo's
calling
myself. You know, the B word. Yeah, so the house has some, I don't really understand what the problems are. Do you? It was something with a subfloor, and then the doors have to be taken out, and there was drainage issue.
We could talk about drainage. We could talk about weatherproofing.
But let's
we could
talk about Project Runway.
But we could we could really just focus on the nationality of the contractor, and that would That would answer a lot of questions.
Now, Adam, who are you pulling for on Project Runway? Or as I call it, The Runway?
I watch that show as well. We need to take... Yes?
You're very sensitive now.
Yes. I watch your show. I watch Heidi Klum's show. I watch everyone's show but my show. We will we'll take a little break.
Okay.
I will give you the answers to these questions. Plus, I have many probing questions for Kathy Griffin. We have news. We have sports.
Traffic.
And, God willing, traffic.
Woo!
After this. Yeah, the Brother P touch, y'all. I have 2 of these and now a 3rd that they gave me. Bigger men would give it to charity, but not the Ace Man. I need 3 of these Brother P touches. I have one for the home, I have one for the warehouse/shop, and now I have one for the automobile. So I will label and drive simultaneously. A lot of people talk on a cell phone while they're driving, not me. I believe that's dangerous, but labeling, I'm all for.
But it can help even, a man of more common means, yes?
Oh, yes. Yes, the label is...
Even if you don't have a warehouse.
Not just for the gentry. It is for the common man as well. And it is so low rent to see that piece of tape with the Sharpie or the crayon or the Carollas. We used to label by using a soiled Band-Aid and a piece of charcoal. And, again, not the height of professionalism. Use that Brother P touch. Use it around the house. Put those labels on. Let people know you've arrived. See the full line of Brother P touch electronic labeling systems at Staples, Office Max, Office Depot, and other fine retailers.
Hey, it's the Adam Carolla Show. Call Adam Carolla now, 866-901-80AM.
Yeah, I think it bears repeating. All the folks listening who are traveling through the city of Bell right now should keep an eye open for the Hacienda Heights off-ramp. Watch out. Talk about impactful.
Because normally you can fly off that Hacienda Heights off-ramp, and to hear this is disturbing, very disturbing.
Yeah. I'll be driving. Well, as Kathy said, and I think she summed up all our feelings, she was going to head home through Bell.
Yeah.
But now.
Now what?
Now
I got to rethink the whole plan.
Yeah, no more. Thank God we got that traffic
reported. Can I stop you for 1 second? Because I see something that's disturbing to me. I see Tad.
Yes. You can close your eyes and see Tad.
What's going on? Why won't Tad go away?
Yeah.
I did go away.
I mean...
yes.
What?
I know.
Does he still lives with his mom, I think? And
yes. Yeah. But don't worry, in another 5 years she'll be living with him. What does he do? Yeah.
What does Tad do?
What doesn't he do?
What is it? What kind of car was that I saw you pull in this morning that you wear to work?
Chevy Cavalier.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, Tad picked me up at my home one time. In an El Camino, when I was already famous.
I do remember that.
And it was humiliating.
Burgundy. I remember that.
Yes.
Tad's first ride.
Which is not my color. As you know, I'm an autumn.
Yeah.
Neighbors thought he was picking you up for a date.
Yes. Yes.
That is humiliating.
Now, are you getting paid to be here today, Ted?
No.
Adam!
I think he's getting paid
Give him $20, for God's sake. The poor kid needs lunch.
We're paying him in Funyuns.
He actually brought that up yesterday. He's not getting paid.
He's not getting paid?
Not right now, but I'm
okay.
But
every
time I see Tad, he's somewhere where he's not getting paid. How do you
I'm working my way into I'm working my way into getting
Dad,
paid.
I've known you for 12 years as an intern.
What?
12 years not getting paid.
By the way, his bills basically amount to granola bars and Jergens. He lives at home. You understand?
But
he goes nowhere.
Why can't Tad eventually make something of himself and then maybe take care of his mother and grandmother so they don't have to take care of him until he's 40?
Well, first off, his mom works at a potato chip factory, so she's set for life.
Okay.
She's set for life. I'm saying she doesn't need any taking care of, thank you. She has a golden ruffled parachute.
Well, wait a minute. Now, does Tad have health insurance?
No.
Car insurance?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes, I do.
All right. Have there been any run-ins with the law, Ted?
Don't get me started with that.
Adam, you have a felon working for you for free.
Well, first off, he's not exactly a registered child molester. All he does is have a handful of DUIs.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a relief.
Yeah.
Now, Tad, what is Tad going to do in 5 years? Okay, let's have the 1-year plan and the 5-year plan. So a year from now, you're going to be doing what?
Well, he better hope Jimmy gets another radio show.
Yeah,
that's all
pretty much.
I'm saying. Yeah.
And 5 years?
I have no idea yet.
Okay. You know what? Where's the counselor? Where's
His
Dr.
parole officer wants him to be making payments.
Does the PO have a plan?
Let me explain. I'll explain Big Tad. He is that sort of black sheep brother who the family is kicked out of the Klan on many times, but keeps accepting back.
How did he get back in the house?
Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimmy called your mother and said you can go live at home again?
Oh, no, I've always been in the house. I've always been at we thought you were talking about here.
Why can't Tad get a nice small apartment in Los Angeles?
Can't afford it.
Well, you don't have a job and you refuse to work, Tad.
Well, no, before I came here,
Starbucks.
I'm currently working right now at a strip club out in
Adam,
as a bouncer.
This is very hard for me. Yeah. I'm picturing the innocence of Tad and picking me up in the El Camino and taking me where to a strip club job interview?
I know.
Sure.
Well, what's the name of the strip club?
Fritz, that's 2.
Wow, how the fat have fallen.
Oh,
the joint can do things to a man, you know?
You know, all those girls are just incest survivors dancing around the way Daddy taught them.
All right, now that's enough. So. That's enough. Don't ruin it for me. Don't ruin it for me.
What about bartending, right? You love to drink.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Can't remember all the drinks.
All right, Big Tad, you're proving too big a distraction for Kathy Griffin. I'm going to need you to exit the studio.
What?
Yes, you're banished.
Tad, you don't have to leave. You're not fired if you don't get paid.
Go back to your mother's studio.
His mom's got a radio show?
Yeah, she has a studio, too. That's where he does his show. Tad, come on, skedaddle. Make haste.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tad.
Thanks.
Yes.
I guess I was just enabling him.
You're too big and too shiny for Kathy to leave her eyes off you.
It's upsetting.
I want to give Kathy a quick plug, and then we'll get to the great Rachel Perry doing the news, and then the sports and all that stuff. Kathy, My Life on the D-List, I should say, will return in June, and also she's doing a new comedy special that is going to air live in Los Angeles February 11th. This is a live show.
No, come see it live. It'll air in a couple months. But on Saturday, February 11th, it's either going to be at the Orpheum or the Wiltern. I don't know which yet, but go on my website, kathygriffin.net, and I'll keep you posted.
Kathy, normally I always say
the Orpheum downtown.
Women aren't always that funny, but
oh boy, here we go.
Kathy Griffin is funny.
I broke the mold.
Broke the mold, or not a woman.
Hey.
We'll check into that during the break.
Nothing wrong with a funny hermaphrodite. Nothing ever was.
Speaking of funny hermaphrodites, Rachel Perry, everybody, with the news.
What an introduction. In the news, Israeli Prime Minister Ariel Sharon is in serious but stable condition following 7 hours of surgery to stop severe hemorrhaging to his brain after suffering a major stroke. The 77-year-old was rushed to the hospital Wednesday night and is not expected to return to office.
I say they pile him on that wall. I say they use the corpses of their people to help stack up to make the wall to keep the Palestinians out. I think that's symbolically very, very strong, and that's the way he would have won his corpse used.
It's an honorable thing to do.
That was the number one tenet of his new centrist party.
Yes,
put them in the center of the wall.
As a big man, he could probably take up a city block or so. Yes, sad. I hope it doesn't lead to any unrest in that part of the world. That's all. I'm praying. I have my fingers crossed right now. The even-tempered and good people of that part of the world. Let's not let this upset the apple cart.
When there's a tragedy like this, everyone comes together. I'm sure they're all Arabs and Jews together.
Again,
all praying.
Yeah, and again, if they don't, and there is human bombings and hostilities, it's not the people. Never, ever blame the people.
What do you
cannot
blame?
be the people. Well, obviously, you can't blame the people. No, because that has to do with the people. Oh. It's got to be either in the water or in the soil. But it cannot be the people. It's impossible that it be the people.
The Swiss, conversely, no conflict whatsoever, in spite of the fact of their proximity to the Germans and the Italians.
Right, but not the people.
Don't blame the Swiss, though, for being peacemakers.
Now, there's two things I've learned. It is impossible to judge, and it can't be the people.
You're a peace hawk. I read about your kind.
Go ahead, Rachel.
Lindsay Lohan's in the headlines again. In the most recent issue of Vanity Fair magazine, the Herbie Fully Loaded star says she developed the eating disorder bulimia and also admitted to drug use, though she would not outright admit to the use of cocaine, claiming it is a sore subject. She also admitted to smothering her ex-boyfriend, Wilmer Valderrama, into breaking up with her.
Wow.
With a pillow?
Her boobs.
'Cause I guess she's pretty strong.
Yeah. Here's what I've learned from, the Olsen twins and Canseco and all these people that allegedly don't have eating disorders. They've just dropped 70 pounds, and the guy's not on steroids. He's just put on 80 pounds of muscle.
But I just like that you're grouping the Olsen twins and Canseco. That's never happened.
I would pay to see them together, by the way. The point is we sit here as a society, and it's like, Mark McGuire was a beanpole when he was 22, and now he's Paul Bunyan, but it's not steroids. And Canseco, no, he's lying. He couldn't.
Or they tried him. I tried steroids for a couple weeks, and I haven't done it since.
No, he's just these people that undergo these crazy physical transformations, but because they had a press conference and said, I don't have an eating disorder, or I'm not on drugs, or I don't do steroids, we all just gleefully believe them and go about our way. Please. When someone drops 70 pounds, I'm assuming eating disorder, and when a guy puts on those same 70 pounds worth of muscle, I'm going with steroids.
That's
my new thing.
It's the Canseco-Olsen trifecta.
Thank you.
There.
You cynics.
Thank you.
Jon Stewart's going to be hosting the Oscars this year.
Ooh.
And news for dogs, everyone. News for dogs.
Oh.
Well, if you're a dog and you weren't in New Orleans during Hurricane Katrina, you missed the party of the year. After all the human beings evacuated the Gulf Coast region, leaving dogs to fend for themselves, a gigantic dog orgy ensued, resulting in a massive boom to the puppy population.
Really?
Yeah.
They're just getting it on over there.
They were all left to themselves, and they're like, hey, let's do it.
Yeah. I trained my dog to pull out. I said, listen.
You have a Catholic dog?
Yeah, well, I said, look, I'm going to have you neutered unless we can cut a deal here, and he promised to pull out.
Okay.
That's the way it worked. And I believe him. He gave me 2 paws up.
Tough but fair.
Tough but fair. That's Carolla.
And in news from Canada, this one's interesting. This is my last story. For the past 4 years, Canadian researchers have been studying 17 hobos with long histories of alcoholism in an attempt to find out how to keep homeless alcoholics healthy.
Really?
They determined that the old bait and switch is the best method. Basically, they offer them up to 15 glasses of wine or sherry by coming to the Canadian Medical Association every day.
So progressive over there.
If they show up once a day, they can get up to 15 glasses of booze. And they've discovered that after 16 months of the free drinks, the number of vagrants who'd been in trouble with the law fell 51%, and emergency room visits down 36%.
Wow. He's gone.
Reason being that by allowing them to come in for the free alcohol, they can treat them for things while they're there, and so they're not as sick.
Is there anything that Canadians don't do well? First of all, I like that they use the term hobos.
Yeah, we have crack bums here.
I like hobos. I think it should come back. I like to picture them with the stick, with the kerchief at the end, carrying their belongings, a can of beans, a faithful dog.
Sure, they have to eat their shoe once in a while when they get hungry.
I like that you use hobos, and I used hobos, about 6 months ago. Oh, and I was shouted at. Oh, that's so inappropriate. So I changed to bums. And then people told me bum is inappropriate.
I think hobo is adorable. Bum is so harsh.
Yeah, it's really the N-word for homeless people.
Yeah,
it really is. It really is.
I like that both hobos and pirates are coming back into fashion.
Yeah. I like that a hobo can ride the rails if you can't get a lift hitchhiking somewhere.
Sure.
Hobos have a lot of options. They can probably make a fire very easily.
Yeah.
A couple sticks, no flint necessary.
And here's the thing. You're not a criminal as a hobo. You may pick up a discarded cigarette butt.
You want to see the countryside.
You're riding the rails.
Right.
You're writing a song.
Learn about yourself.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, that's the news for now.
Okay.
This just in, Big Tad is driving the El Camino to Canada. Load up on some of that free sherry. Let's take a quick phone call. Todd, do you have a question or a comment for Kathy Griffin?
Yeah, how you doing, Adam?
Good.
Glad to hear you. Hey, Kathy, how you doing?
Hi, Todd.
Hey, I just wanted to call and let you know there's a rare opportunity that people get a chance to share their dreams with somebody that they're not going to meet you. But not too long ago, about 2 weeks, I had a dream that involved you.
Oh, what was it?
Well, it wasn't too exciting like hermaphrodite strippers or hobos in Canada drinking for free, but I was walking up the street. I think I was heading up to my friend's house, and you were watching my friend's kids. So I said, oh, Kathy Griffin and my friend's kids. So we went home to, I don't know, whose house or your house or whatever, and played with the kids, played with some dogs, and then sent the kids to bed, and we made a nice dinner and sat around by candlelight and just chatted away.
Talk about low self-esteem. Let me, come on, you're dreaming, buddy. Shoot for the stars.
I know.
Well, I love that dream. It's very sweet. The only problem is I don't like children. I think they're selfish, especially babies. Babies are really selfish. Never ask how your day is going.
Yeah.
So I probably wouldn't be so good with the kids. I'd probably put them in the yard and check on them in a few hours. But I love dogs. That part would be fun.
I just looked it up in my dream association book.
What's the hidden meaning?
Rick's gay.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Just because you know me doesn't mean you're gay.
It helps.
Just because you talk to me doesn't mean you're gay.
I got to tell you, I thought I was straight before I went to your Christmas party, but I left for hankering for more than what was
Now, did you have fun at the Christmas party this year?
I had a good time talking to transvestites.
Right, the trannies were there.
Every gay man in North America.
Not funny, ha-ha, funny queer.
Yeah.
That's how it was.
That's them.
Dave?
It's time for Dave Damashek's #1 sports. #1 sports. Do it, Dave.
Good game at the Staples Center tonight. Phoenix Coyotes and Wayne Gretzky come to town to play the L.A. Kings. NBA last night, the Seattle Supersonics gave their new coach, Bob Hill, a victory. In his first game, they beat the Bulls.
Wayne Gretzky still plays hockey?
No, he does not, actually. He's the coach of the Coyotes.
Huh.
Yeah.
Thanks.
The Suns beat the Sixers, and the Trailblazers got destroyed in San Antonio.
Can you give the cities? Because I don't know what cities they're from.
Portland Trailblazers.
Oh.
They lost at the San Antonio Spurs.
It's sunny there.
Yes.
Okay.
First round of the NFL playoffs get going on Saturday. Got Tampa Bay at the Redskins. Patriots hosting the Jags. Then Sunday, got the Panthers at the Giants. And then the Steelers at the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, what we've been talking about, though, quite a bit this morning is, of course, the great Rose Bowl that's sure to go down in history as perhaps the greatest game of all time. A lot of people talking about the performance of Vince Young, maybe the greatest individual performance in the history of college football. And I think this is reason enough to play just a little more of the legendary broadcaster, Keith Jackson.
8 seconds.
Last play of the game.
The pageantry.
Ryder runs away from the pressure. Now he's got to throw it. Throws it high and out of bounds, and the game is over. Texas has defeated Southern California 41-38.
I got to say this, Dave Damashek. I got to say that I was watching the clock during the last 4 or 5 minutes of the game. First off, there was a Texas play where the guy caught an out and just got pushed out of bounds, and they kept the clock running.
Right, I saw that one.
Precious 15, 12 seconds, whatever, ticked off there. Then when Vince Young went into the end zone, he crossed the goal line about 19 or about 21, and a couple more seconds ticked off as he was hugging the Texas mascot in the back. That doesn't sound like much, a second here, 5 seconds there, but when you have 19 seconds left at the end of the game and you have a high-powered offense like SC, 10 seconds, 15 seconds could have got them into field goal range.
Sure, and after the touchdown that put Texas into the lead, and before the two-point conversion, USC wasted a timeout that, had they held on to it, may very well have been the difference in the game.
I know. They interviewed Pete Carroll, and they were like, how about your defensive player using your last timeout when they were going for 3, and he did it's all in the past now.
He's been released from his scholarship.
Yes.
But it did lead to one of the great cliches in sports. After the game, atop the football world, Vince Young had this to say.
We ain't getting no respect from none of the media. And it's kind of like we didn't, like somebody gave us to it. We really did work hard for it. So we went out there and we wanted to show the world that we did deserve to play in this game, and we deserve to go out there and get a victory, and that's what we did.
Yeah, they shocked the world. Ariel Sharon was fine before he was shocked by this victory.
In the last quarter century, no team that's won a title, no one outside that locker room believed in them.
No. I know.
No one has.
That all these pompous asses have to make that proclamation.
Tom Brady, upon winning his 3rd Super Bowl in 4 years.
There's nobody. Actually, there's one guy who's outside this locker room because he's taking a leak. He's the backup long snapper. But other than him, he's the only guy outside this locker room that thought we could do it. Really? You're an 8-point favorite?
Yeah, but that was just more head games from the media, from the world. They didn't believe in us.
You're ranked number 2 in the nation, not number 37, number 2.
I bet somebody thought you had a shot here.
There were plenty of people that...
No respect.
...that bet money on you. Yes, nobody out there. Just take your goddamn victory and go back to Texas. That's all I'm saying with everybody.
Dave Damashek's #1 Sports.
Yeah.
I love how Kathy Griffin has something to say about everything except for that.
That's why we did
My
it.
eyes can't stop rolling at how excited you guys get over sports. Now, if you did the Oprah report, because when Faith Hill came on yesterday and said she wants to have another baby, that's something to talk about.
Yeah,
that's when you run and you call everybody.
I already broached that with the old lady. We're going to take a quick break. Kathy Griffin in studio, and we'll be right back after this.
You're listening to the Adam Carolla Show. Remember, he loves you too.
Yes, he does. Phone number 1-866-901-ADAM. Kathy Griffin in studio. Dear old friend,
Dear
Kathy
old
Griffin.
friend. Knew you when you were a carpenter.
Yes.
When I was a lady.
It was a long time ago.
That's in fact true?
Yeah, we met, well...
in an improv class.
I'm guessing a good 15 years ago.
Yes.
More. I would say more.
Maybe more.
I was a carpenter after I met you for a good 5-8 years, probably. But you know what? I took a look at a young, fresh, red-headed Kathy Griffin, and I said, this bitch has it.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
And did you look at Adam and say, I like him as a man?
I liked him as a man. I liked what he could do with a 2x4. I thought it was funny, and I wanted him to fix things at my apartment, which he never did.
When she says 2x4, she's describing my penis.
Okay.
It's actually,
you know what?
Actually
and
wider
that's not what I
than
meant by
it is
fix
long.
things at my apartment either.
Yeah.
I meant I thought he could come over and caulk my tub.
Yes.
Kathy Adam,
Griffin,
you would have made a great lesbian.
I really would have been an awesome diesel dyke.
Yeah.
The boots with the steel shank.
And they run this town. Don't be fooled. They're, they're a little more undercover than the male gaze, but the lesbians don't mess around with them.
I know.
They know what they're doing.
I know. Recently, Kathy Griffin was fired from her E! Channel red carpet gig with Star Jones. Yeah, what happened there?
I got canned, and Seacrest is taking over.
Oh.
Yeah, that's... I'm sorry. I'm a big Kathy Griffin fan.
Oh.
And, in fact, I have questions for Kathy, but I don't want to interrupt you.
Please.
And your questions.
What is with Seacrest already? Why does he get every gig by default? It doesn't seem like he earns it. It just seems like they're job openings, and he fills every one of them. What gives?
I heard it was like in the many millions of dollars, the contract.
Many millions of dollars.
Really?
Like,
Yes, really. What's your hypothesis as to why this would be?
I don't know. I think, what put the whole red carpet thing on the map was, Joan Rivers and being funny and being snarky and talking about designers. And so they've just gone the polar opposite of that. So I don't know. But
why did you get S-Can from that gig?
I got S-Can because, I don't know actually, because they told me that the red carpet is a puzzle. And there are many different pieces to this puzzle. And that while my puzzle piece is wonderful, it doesn't fit this particular puzzle. Wow. But when I see the puzzle, I will, and I quote, get it.
Wow.
So the puzzle is, in fact, Ryan Seacrest and Productions.
Now that's a puzzle.
Who wants to see people with nice teeth kiss ass?
Yeah.
That's all Seacrest
I
is.
think you got to have somebody making fun of the event.
Absolutely.
Because it's ridiculous. Adam, when you're sitting at home with your gays, watching it and having popcorn, low-fat popcorn, albeit, you want to make fun of people and you want to kind of take the piss out of the day.
Yeah.
And that's where I come in.
Yes,
So
I will on occasion move a scrotal sack aside and peer up at the screen.
Yeah.
And when I do look at that screen, I part the sacks.
And
like
I hear you just saying, girl, give me a minute, when you just want to see what's going on.
I want to see. I would come up for air.
Right.
I want to take a look at Kathy
Girl,
Griffin.
is that Versace?
Cracking wise.
Right.
Not Seacrest kissing Crack.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I would assume it's they're afraid of, they want the celebrities, so they want someone who is, they're, maybe
friendly.
you're threatening to celebrities.
Right. I mean, they're in the business of kissing celebrity butt, and I'm in the business of making fun of celebrity culture. And
what if they miss Clay Aiken because Kathy Griffin called him a name?
But it's, the thing is, celebrities are always going to want to talk to all the entertainment outlets anyway, so nobody didn't come talk to me or anything like that, so.
Rick?
Hey, what's up, guys?
You have a question?
Kathy, you're awesome.
Thank you, Rick.
Kathy, I love you so much. You're the funniest female comic out there right now, no doubt.
Thank you, Rick.
That's her publicist calling from the next room.
I'm just a huge fan.
I can see you, buddy. How you doing?
I was wondering, how's that beautiful eyeball of yours doing now?
Oh, I've had many eye problems, and so I like to warn people that I personally had a very bad experience with LASIK surgery. I've had 5 surgeries on my right eye. I've lost about 35% of the vision in my right eye permanently. So I just want to warn people, be very careful of LASIK. There's no long-term studies done on it. And I'm telling you, if I could just go back to my damn glasses, I would.
Really?
Yeah. And I went to a really good doctor. I went to this guy, Dr. Robert Maloney. He's one of the big, pioneers. I thought I did all my research, did everything right. And I was not happy with the results, and I had to go back. And I've had my last surgery about 4 months ago, and I'm telling you, it was nasty.
Well, you wore contacts before, right? I didn't see you wear glasses very often.
I wore both glasses and contacts.
But
and
not
now,
at the same time.
And now the damage that's done in my right eye can't be fixed with glasses or contacts or anything.
But let me ask you this. I know you're bitter. You have a bitter ball.
Right.
But this helps more people than are hurt by it. I mean, there's a lot of... here's all I'm saying. I just want you to be fair-minded by it, about it. There are people that have...
Are they one of your sponsors?
No, I don't care, and I have 20/20 vision. That's why I could see your publicist calling from the green room. But there are people who've had trouble with getting the gastric bypass surgery, but for many people, this saved their lives.
Right. But my experience was, I felt like I was told that, the chances of complications were less than 1%, and I've gotten many, many, many emails, and people have stopped me from around the country saying, oh, really? My sister-in-law has that problem, my dad has that problem, and so I don't quite believe their numbers. And I just want to warn people that there's no, long-term studies done on this, and so we just don't know. It's still a really new procedure, and my experience was bad, and many people had a great experience, of course, but, why risk it?
Let's go from the boring to the salacious here for a second.
What do you got?
I've heard rumors about your divorce, or impending divorce.
This is what I want to know about.
Yeah.
Okay, we are reconciling?
You and Matt.
This makes me so happy.
Yes. See, I know. People come up to me in airports. They have personal feelings about it. You know Matt, of course, very well.
Dear friend.
Yes, no, he's a great guy.
You may not know this. I was in a fantasy baseball league with him, actually, this past summer. I'm sorry, go on.
Wow. Talk about name droppers. Yeah.
I need a minute.
Now there's a divorce.
Okay, hold on.
He promised never to play fantasy baseball anymore.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
All right, and I have a question for you, and I'd like you to answer honestly for once in your life.
Yes.
How many...
What?
No, don't take his side. Don't you take his side.
I'm being asked
him.
Don't be coy.
No, I want to hear
don't be coy.
And don't side with him, Adam, just because you like him.
I don't.
Okay.
Jimmy hired him.
How many hours a day at its peak do you spend on fantasy sports?
Well, I'm very talented with it.
Okay, just answer the question.
I would say, half hour to an hour. That's not bad.
No, I don't believe you.
No,
I don't believe you. I think you're down on that computer.
Let me explain. Let me translate
Matt
that.
admits that he does it for hours.
That's like,
He's in leagues.
That's like when an alcoholic says he only has a couple of drinks a day. Couple means 11.
Matt does baseball and football.
Yes.
I also do basketball. I do a couple of footballs. But here's the thing with it, though, is that you're right, is that then I watch the games. I have to watch Sports Center, watch all the games to see what happens.
It's kind of like when I had My Little Ponies. Like I was playing
such a
fantasy
metaphor.
horses.
It's called fantasy football. You're a grown man.
I will be the first to admit it is very sad. I don't remember how it started.
Are you married?
I'm proud of it.
I
don't know how I got into it. I dabbled a little bit years ago. I'm soon to be.
About men.
You're not going to marry some poor woman.
Sure.
Oh, no.
She's very sweet and attractive,
Adam, it's too late for you, but save this poor girl.
And makes a lovely cake.
I am.
Oh, what a lovely life you could have had.
Yes.
But the cake's going to go stale because you're trading Clinton Potus for
Look at that.
Joe...
Horn. That's the only Joe in the league. Thank you. All right, let's take ourselves a quick break. Here's the scary part. You hear guys yelling at the TV set over at Kimmel's house on Sunday, and it's like, what happened? Your team just scored. I thought you're from Washington. And they're like, no, my fantasy cornerback just got burned on that out pattern. Luckily,
it's like
I'm
Dungeons and Dragons.
I know.
It's awful. I'm ashamed to be a part of it. I can't get myself out, though.
It's such a waste of time. It's not productive. It's ridiculous. And don't tell me you do the betting. Do you do the betting?
Right.
No, that is my betting.
This.
Are there pools?
Please, hold on.
It's very upsetting.
This coming from somebody who spends 2 hours a day pushing her cuticles around, by the way.
Me?
Yes, you ladies, talking about a waste of time.
Look,
perched in front of the mirror.
I've never had a mani-pedi in my life.
Enriching their lives with Oprah.
Now, if you want to talk about Oprah after the show, that's time well spent.
Yeah, 80 hours of Oprah a week, but Dave's wasting his time with his fairy tale football. Take a quick break. We got a list of celebrities for Kathy to critique after this.
Fairy tale football. That's what it is.
Yeah, everybody, good times. Ace Carollas, my friends call me, for Barracuda Networks. Barracuda Spam Firewall. If you're a computer nut like I am, a lot of people call me a computer nerd, but I don't see anything nerdy about working the computer like Liberace works the piano. Yeah, I tickle those keys. I need the Barracuda Network Spam Firewall to eliminate spam and viruses within minutes. What else might it eliminate, Dave Damashek?
I think that covers it.
Yeah? What about those pop-ups?
I'm not the computer expert that you are.
Yeah.
Oh, the pop-ups, right. The pop-ups, yes.
Yes, eliminates those.
Eliminates them like little guppies in the water.
Pow. Yeah, Barracuda eating them guppies. Right. For free evaluation, contact Barracuda Networks at 1-888-ANTI-SPAM. 1-888-ANTI-SPAM. That's all you need to know. Or go to barracudanetworks.com.
It's the Adam Carolla Show. Call Adam Carolla now at 866-901-80AM. Let's do this.
Yeah. A little voodoo, big bad voodoo daddy for you? Is that who that is?
Cherry Poppin' Daddies.
Cherry Poppin' Daddies.
A daddy of some kind.
Something with daddy.
Daddy.
Kathy Griffin in studio today. Kathy was upset that June had been on hold for 57 minutes.
Oh.
I told her, don't worry about the listeners. Those are the little people.
Oh, boy.
But she insisted we speak to June. June?
Hello.
June, the dude?
Yeah, whatever. I don't know.
Oh, boy named June.
Yeah, so it's a Japanese. I think it's more common in Korean people. But hey, I was wondering.
Couldn't have just named you homo? Take a break.
Adam, he's been waiting for 50,000
All right, they're tough
minutes.
people, those Koreans. I
Hi,
don't want to
June.
mess with them.
Hey,
Go ahead,
how's it
June.
going? Kathy Griffin.
Yeah.
Do you remember Run, Ronnie, Run?
Yes, I had a little part in that.
Do you like that movie?
I never saw it, but I
love that movie.
I
no
had
one
a great
liked it.
time
Everyone
shooting that scene.
The Mr. Show guys, Bob Odenkirk and David Cross.
I never even heard of those guys, but I saw that movie and I loved it.
Oh, that's good.
Stupid humor. But
June, you mentioned that everyone else thought it sucked?
Well, a lot of people said it was too stupid, but I loved it. I
My favorite kind of compliment.
Yeah.
My favorite kind of. I loved it.
Well, she only made a brief cameo. She was in it for like 5 seconds, but she was great.
All right, June.
I want to ask you a question. Joe Rogan. You think you could take that guy?
In a what?
Yeah, sure.
In a fight.
I thought that was for me.
Oh, Joe Rogan.
Fear factor.
Joe Rogan's a tough guy. He does all that.
How much do you weigh?
Judo and all that. I weigh about 190 something.
Yeah, he looks like a big guy. He looks pretty built too. And he's in MMA doing the UFC commentating.
Yeah, he's scary.
I think you could take him.
I might be able to just box him and do okay, but not with the whole feet and the whole.
Really? He likes that crazy fighting where they like bite and scratch.
No. They have rules. You can't like hit the balls or something.
He's fighting. The word on the street is he's supposed to fight Wesley Snipes. Actually, those two are actually supposed to fight each other.
What?
In Ultimate Fighting.
I love
that too.
Rogan and Wesley Snipes?
I will watch that.
What the hell's happening with these actors?
That's one gladiator contest that I enjoy, is the Ultimate Fighting.
You like Chuck Liddell? Little?
I like it. I like the grappling.
Right. You do.
I like the...
Well, here's the thing about most of that
fighting,
stuff.
The cauliflower ear, the whole thing.
The guys, you think it's going to be a lot of crazy knockouts, and it ends up being a lot of guys just getting strangled with their own ponytail while they're rolling around on the ground. But still, a vicious sport. Vicious. And they get paid 1/10 what boxers get paid, which is insane to me. You're getting kicked in the groin, and you're not getting half the paycheck that anybody who enters the ring with boxing gloves on, with 12-ounce gloves. You're wearing bike riding gloves and beating the crap out of people and kneeing them in the forehead.
What is that
you're not
about?
getting a paycheck.
What is that about? Why do you want to see that?
I'll tell you what it is. I think it's latent homosexuality.
Of course
it's misplaced
it is.
sexual aggression.
Of course it is. I'm glad you said it.
All right. Listen, I can admit that I'm gay on a level that I'm not aware of. Now, let's get to these celebrities.
Okay.
We have a list, our crack producer, when I say crack, I mean not good, but that he smokes crack. Jimmy Brusca put together a nice list of celebrities for Kathy to rank on.
Okay.
First off, Nicole Richie, what comes to mind?
It has to be anorexic, right? I mean, I know we're supposed to think it's diet and Pilates, but I think it's diet, Pilates, and...
Vomiting?
Vomiting? You can't be that skinny.
Yeah.
She looks like she has like a week to live.
My feeling with Nicole Richie...
The glasses get bigger and bigger, and the head gets smaller and smaller.
I have nothing against Nicole Richie. She used to come on Loveline, a perfectly nice person. But does everyone get to be a celebrity?
Yeah. For shopping at Kitson?
Yeah.
That's what she does. She shops at Kitson, and she's a celebrity.
Though.
She's cute as a button.
No. Are you kidding?
No, guys don't like super skinny, right? That's not your thing.
I wish she would gain a few pounds just because I worry for her health, but I think she's adorable.
Not attractive enough to be a celebrity.
But I wish she would get a talent, though.
But here's what I want to do. I want to grab the producers over at Entertainment Tonight and Access Hollywood and grab them by the lapels and go, listen, we don't give a rat's ass about Nicole Richie. Yeah. Nobody cares. Lionel Richie doesn't give a rat's ass about Nicole Richie. Yeah. Nobody cares about Nicole Richie. And for that matter, enough with Eva Longoria. Yeah. Do not care. Do not care.
I know she's a little Mexican Spitfire.
Eva Longoria is celebrating her birthday south of the border. Don't care.
Right.
Don't care about Eva Longoria
Who do you
or Nicole
Who do you
Richie.
want to see on ET and Access? Who do you care about?
By the name of Ace Carolla.
Okay.
Colin Farrell.
Oh, all right. Here's what I love about Colin Farrell. I love that the gays all want him because he's hot.
Yeah.
And I also like that he's gone into rehab. After every interview is all about how hammered he constantly is and how he's just passed out all the time, wakes up in his own vomit. And maybe then it wasn't so adorable one day when he went to Promises.
Yeah. I don't like that he gets out, that he goes into the rehab at such an early juncture in his career. Wait another dozen years or so.
Get it over with.
You know?
Yeah.
Mary-Kate and Ashley.
I love him. I love the crazy bag lady look. I like how somehow Ashley's the fat one. Yeah. And Ashley's got away. I'm not kidding. Under 100. Under 100, and yet she's kind of the chubby, curvy one. I've heard people say that. I like the curvy one.
Yeah, she's a very voluptuous 63 pounds. Yeah. Britney Spears.
I love the new exposed "Why Won't My People Let Me Be Who I Am" Britney, when now we know she should have just been the fake Britney all these years, when her team obviously said, keep a lid on the white trash thing, be a little slutty cheerleader, and then she, no, I want to be who I really am. And now we see her with the green, grainy video and the bad skin and the picking the baby daddy.
Bona fide talent, though, wouldn't you agree?
Exactly.
Bona fide talent.
Yes.
Yeah, her and Ashley Simpson, amazing. Kevin Federline, for that matter.
K-Fed, I love the Wiggers. You know, I'm fascinated by the Wiggers. Fascinated by the white people who think they're black.
Right.
Uncomfortable, but fascinated.
I have his new song to play for you later.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, we could hear it.
He really is trying to sound like Eminem, who he thinks is a genius.
Yeah, you got to hear it. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy?
Stick around for that.
Eddie Murphy, I just remember that bit he did from his special about how he'll never get married because he has to give the wife half. Remember that bit?
Yes.
And now he does. He has to give the wife half. Although I will say the wife, beautiful, but looks very manly. And we know that's his thing, is he enjoys the trannies. And now he kind of, he married a woman who looks like a hot tranny.
Yeah.
And she's going to take him to the bank.
There is such a thing. Men do this and women do this. When you really get beautiful and you get stunning, you start looking like the opposite sex. There's men that are very attractive men that sort of look like beautiful women and vice versa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rachel Perry's boyfriend, for instance.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
What about my boyfriend? I was paying attention to Lynn.
They said he looks like a beautiful woman. He's so pretty.
Last one.
He's a handsome, rugged man.
Yeah, all 5'3" of them. Kanye West. Kanye West. I'm not bitter. Kanye West.
I love Kanye because I like that he said George Bush doesn't care about black people, which is obviously true, and I like that he stood by it. I like people who say that stuff and don't take it back. Don't take it back, you're right.
That's
you crazy
right.
wired jaw freak.
That's right. We can't handle the truth. And some people, I like the people that make the outlandish statements and then say, well, some people have a problem with me because I speak my mind. They can't handle it.
Yeah.
No, we have a problem with you because you're an a-hole. That's why we have a problem with you.
But not Kanye. Come on. That was very brave of him to say, and it was spontaneous, and I loved it.
Yes.
I'm not saying he's friendly if you've ever met him. He's not the friendliest guy.
Never met the man.
Okay.
He likes video games.
We'll take
who doesn't?
We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with... what are we going to be back with? Oh, news and sports.
Yeah, I'll play that
Kathy.
Federline song.
A couple more names to go through with Kathy as well.
Okay.
All that after this. Brother P-Touch, everybody. Even with peanut butter in my mouth, I can tell you that Brother P-Touch is awesome. I have 2 of them. Nay, 3 now. What the hell's going on with that music? Even with the peanut butter, even with the horrible music bed playing in the background, it still is not going to detract from my love of this product, the P-Touch. Dave Damashek, do you have a P-Touch?
I don't, but you've just about talked me into it.
Do you have under $20?
I do.
Then you can get a Brother P-Touch.
Is that right?
$19.99.
Ooh la la.
That's right. And you can label everything. Label the dog.
Like what?
Wow. I've labeled my wife's parts, for instance. I want to know where I'm at. Do you know what I'm saying?
To remind yourself of where you've been, or for future reference?
Sometimes to remind myself where I've been, although I do that by scent. Other times to know where I'm heading. The Brother P-Touch, everyone. See the full line of Brother P-Touch electronic labeling systems at Staples, Office Max, Office Depot, and other fine retailers.
It's the Adam Carolla Show. Call Adam Carolla now, 866-901-ADAM. I'm hungry.
Yeah. I'll tell you, you've arrived when you have a phone number with your name in it, or the second indicator you've arrived is if for some reason you have to pull a team jersey over a nice Armani suit.
Mm-hmm.
That means you've arrived. Whether you bought the team, whether you want number 1 in the draft, whatever the case is, if anyone realistically ever has a chance to pull a jersey over a beautiful pinstripe suit, something has gone right in your life.
I think
arrived.
also a smiling mugshot is good.
Yeah.
Like a Tom DeLay, where you have the balls to just look in that camera and smile for your mugshot.
You've arrived.
Yeah.
Kathy Griffin has arrived on this show, everybody. I also want to give her a quick plug because she's such a dear friend and dynamite guest. She's doing a new comedy special. It's going to be live in Los Angeles, February 11th.
Yes, it's probably going to be at the Orpheum. But check my website, kathygriffin.net, and come see it. It's going to be for my next Bravo special.
And let me say this about Kathy. She's not like one of these blowhard celebrities that decides to crap out a children's book. That's not her. She is a smith. When it comes to comedy, she's a pro. Do not go there and expect to be disappointed.
Can I ask this, though? Because this is something, you're a comedian, so perhaps you can answer this issue that I have been having some trouble with lately. Comedians more and more seem to be waxing about their craft too much, about how brave it is to get up on the stage alone in front of all those people. Once you've done that, then you can face anything else in the world. When you can stand in front of people and deal with that, it's the height of bravery, courage.
I'm not. No, those are artists. I'm not an artist. I do it for the money.
Right.
And if you meet my quote, I'll go anywhere.
Yep. Not an artist, a hoe, everybody.
That's right.
Yeah, it's always nice when people talk about their sport or their craft, when the baseball player explains the hardest thing to do is to put a round bat on a round. Very, very self-serving.
Just after they've done it, yes.
Magically, whatever you do, the toughest thing to do in the world, speak into a microphone. The hardest thing.
And the bravest thing I've ever heard of.
These comedians, when you can take a room full of people and take them where you want to go.
On a ride. You take them on a ride.
Journey.
Oh, it's sickening. How could I ever laugh at whatever they say again when they do that?
I like the part where they're providing some service, too. Making somebody laugh is about the most important. How about feeding them, jackass?
Right.
A little above making them laugh.
Maybe the surgeon performing the life-saving heart surgery. Maybe they're greater service.
But right out of recovery, they want a chuckle. If it doesn't bust their stitches, they would love a chuckle.
Rachel Perry is here, and it is time for her to do the news.
In the news, multiple bombings across Iraq yesterday caused the death of 110 people, including 5 U.S. soldiers. In Israel, Prime Minister Ariel Sharon is under deep sedation and will be on a ventilator for at least the next 24 hours, following 7 hours of surgery to stop severe bleeding to his brain after suffering a major stroke. It is unlikely that the 77-year-old will return to office. And the sole survivor of the West Virginia coal mine explosion is in a coma, struggling with the effects of oxygen deprivation and dehydration. In other news, the Concerned Women for America, a conservative Christian group, are accusing Barbie of promoting a transgendered lifestyle to children.
For God's sake. What is going to shut these nutbags up?
In an online poll at
I don't
Barbie...
think chicks can be nutbags. I really think that's only
Even
for
the Christian
dudes.
conservative chicks?
No,
Some of them may have
nutbags. Yeah.
This is like the conservative Christian version of fantasy football.
I
This
know.
is what these women are spending their time doing?
Let me tell you this, though, Kathy.
Saying bad things about Barbie?
I do believe all these guys, like when the preachers talk about the evil Teletubby and the gay Teletubby and stuff, I'll believe it's a huge experiment. It's just performance art, and we're all just jumping into it. You know what I mean? They're jingling the keys, and we're reacting. They're just screwing with us. There's no such group. They don't care about Barbie. They just want to get us outraged by it.
I'm all riled up. I'm riled up already.
Right. It's performance art. It's an experiment. You bought into it.
2007, it's going to be the greatest practical joke show ever. They've just been shooting tape on it for the last many years.
Right.
And when it comes out, it's going to be awesome.
Farwell, how about you call one of the Teletubbies gay? Oh, awesome. Write that down. That's going to be good. Yeah.
Put your in a van somewhere laughing hysterically right now.
Griffin's going to go nuts when she hears this.
Rush, try Oxy. Oh, it'll be sweet.
Yeah.
What happened was an online poll at Barbie.com. Children were asked for their gender, and they were given 3 options. I'm a girl, I'm a boy, and I don't know.
Oh.
That's what caused the uproar.
Yeah.
Don't ask me that question.
Well, Mattel claims that they like to have the option of a neutral answer in their polls, and they have changed the choice from I don't know to I don't want to say.
Wow.
Boys have a penis,
tell.
girls have a vagina.
So sad. That was Dave when he was in the 9th grade. His voice hadn't changed. He's a late bloomer. Let me say this. I hate the far religious right, of course, and all these screwed up broads out there who are marching and getting nowhere. But on the other hand, I can't stand the PC left either. They're turning all the guys gay. They're turning chicks into lesbians. We're all meeting in the middle. Do you understand?
People are turning guys gay and turning chicks into lesbians.
Hear me
That's
out.
your stance.
Hear me. Here's what I'm saying. The left would like to make men and women the same. They always have this retarded mantra of, well, you know, the reason little boys pick up guns and little girls pick up dollies is because we give them those dollies and we give them a gun. BS. You guys are idiots. Guys are guys. Girls are girls. Stop having us become one. They want everything the same. They want equal pay. They want the women fighting in combat. They want everything. This world will end when we become one. It really will be.
Did you actually try to make a case against equal pay?
Yes, I did.
Dinosaur?
Yes.
You backwards walking, nail-dragging, knuckle-dragging, hairy-ass dinosaur.
How dare you, bitch?
What?
How dare you storm into this man's studio with that potty mouth of yours and attack me on my radio program?
Because we're all one, and I'm going to make you gay.
I said good day.
What?
Good day!
What?
Good day!
Good day to you, sir.
Good day! No, look, anyone who's been around me and has been around my wife knows that her getting 75 cents to my dollar is an outrage to me. It is a slap in the face. A slap in the face. Every guy, just close your eyes instead of going... Please, instead of them being outraged that they're getting 3/4 of what we get paid, I'm outraged that they're getting more than half of what I get. Are you people high?
Boo!
Everyone close their eyes and picture their wives at home, and then picture them making 75 cents to their dollar.
What is the justification, really? I'm no misogynist either.
Oh, here we go.
But I want to say this.
Yeah.
I want to say this.
Go ahead.
What is the justification?
Bring it.
For someone, when they have a child, a baby, they get to take off 2 months and get paid for it. I mean, that's just, you know, it's unfortunate, but that this is the way biology has laid things out, that the woman does it.
This is really good, because I'd like to see if men could get pregnant. They'd want 5 years off to play fantasy football with a baby.
Let me tell you this. If we were the ones getting pregnant throughout history, we would have that 9 months trimmed down to under 6 months in no time at all. In a few million years, I'd have it down to 1 season.
Your postpartum would be so horrible. You'd be like saying you looked fat and you needed a hug.
No one ever has an answer for my question, though. Listen,
look, your mom had you. She sacrificed everything for you to need a appreciate. When's the last time you called her?
I absolutely
calls her every day.
We called her
every day.
Here,
She's probably listening right now.
All right.
Poor woman.
Let's keep moving. Let me just
Why
finish.
don't you tell your poor mother that you don't even want her to have any paid time off when she had you?
Yeah.
Sorry, Mom. I know you had me and everything.
She did the right thing and quit her job as a nurse and devoted her entire life to raising me.
And look how
the
you
most
turned
important
out.
job she ever had.
Oh,
her greatest
look
role.
who's an artist now.
All right. Let me just finish it by asking Kathy the simple question. The 75 cents to the dollar. Do you object to the fact that you're getting paid less, or is it because you're getting paid in change?
You know what I love is I make so much more money than anyone in this room. That's what's rich. Even you, Adam.
Really?
And so
I would kill myself if that was true.
Get the
I
news.
really would.
Did you know he's literally a millionaire?
Literally.
What?
All right, Rachel, continue.
Well, finally, for Kathy, you too can own the audio stylings of the one and only Kevin Federline for the low, low price of 99 cents.
Done.
His new song, forgive me if I don't pronounce this correctly, Popozeo, I don't know, is available on Yahoo's music page.
Is that Wigga? Is that a Wigga
It must.
word? Okay.
Yeah, I think it.
I believe it's Portuguese.
Oh,
and
Pigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
99 cents seems like about 98 cents too much.
Well, let's see what it's worth, because I have it here for you right now. Let's listen.
I'm going to break dance.
Yeah. It is a good song. I just turned the corner with this Federline fella.
He's good. He's got the chords.
Do you have it, Mike? Really? Yeah.
That's Portuguese.
Wow, so much talent in one family.
That's really him.
That kid's going to be a regular Mozart. It's going to be funny. It's going to be funny when the kid can't carry a tune in the 8th grade, and someone is going, I understand. Your father's a professional musician, your mother's a musician, and yet you can't carry a tune. Wow. This would explain it.
Does that count as rapping? What he was just doing?
I don't even know what that is.
I thought it was very visceral and very tribal.
Yeah. Horrible.
I just don't like the fact that just so we can make fun of it, he got a lot of publicity out of that.
No, wait, what's the title of the song? Oh, no, not the title. But what is he saying? Don't pour your thing?
Here's some of the lyrics. In Portuguese, it means bring your ass on the floor and move real fast. I want to see your kitty and a little bit of, I don't know, something that rhymes with kitty. Want to know where I go when I'm in your city. Girl, don't worry about all the dough.
So he wants directions. He's in a new city. He needs a little. She doesn't have to worry about paying for dinner. He's got it.
A novel twist to a rap song where they're talking about a woman's derriere. You never heard that.
You know what?
Before.
He gets a bad rap for being a dimwit, but he speaks Portuguese apparently. So
yeah,
kudos to him.
That's right. There you go. That's the news.
Okay.
It's time for Dave Damashek's #1 sports. #1.
Little more than 48 hours from now, NFL playoffs kick off. Tampa Bay will be at home against the Redskins, giving 3. The Patriots are at home against the Jags, giving 7.5. Then Sunday, Carolina travels to the Meadowlands to play the Giants. They're getting 3. And the Pittsburgh Steelers, the only road team that's favored, they're at Cincinnati, giving 3 points.
I'm going to go home and give Lynette 3 after the show. Maybe 3.5.
God bless you.
Thank you.
And in the NHL tonight, Phoenix and their coach, Wayne Gretzky, they come out to L.A. to play the Kings. And in the NBA, the Indiana Pacers pay a visit to the upstart Golden State Warriors. Perhaps the best name for a team. Golden State.
Yeah.
Do you have
I like
their
that.
flight numbers? Because I know the whole report is traveling. Who's going where? Why don't you just say, is on American Flight 22 coming into Los Angeles at 120?
Obviously, bitter about the 75 cents to our dollar.
Maybe the athletes should make 75 cents on the dollar.
Coming in for some laughs and everything.
Sexist
Little did I
space.
know that you were coming in to
And the
mock
athletes
me.
are all rapists and wife beaters, right?
Yes.
Okay. Every single one of them. Am I right?
I think there's one white guy that didn't do that.
But of
That's
course,
all I
as
know.
we've been talking about all morning, the big story is the Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
Texas, national champions. They ended USC's 34-game win streak. In a game for the ages, Vince Young came out on top. 4th and 5 from the 8. Time ticking down. Only seconds remaining. And the great Keith Jackson observed the big play.
4th and 5, the national championship on the line right here. He's going for the corner. He's got it.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
Very
and
exciting.
he did it in his own end zone, too. He was amongst the sea of orange.
8?
8 is
from the 8-yard line.
A unit of measurement.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a number. Yeah,
I found him
8-yard
very cool, too. Did you see him after he scored the touchdown? He went in there, and he just tucked the ball under his arm and was cool as a cucumber.
Yeah, he
loved
hugged the pathetic mascot, too.
Sounds
The
super
mascot
gay to me.
sort of
That's
jumped
very
on him a
gay.
little bit there, too.
It's always forced on him. Yeah, the mascot always jumps on them, and they know it's a nerdy guy inside
They
of it.
tolerate it. It's like
Yeah.
a celebrity in the
All
airport
right.
signing an autograph. They
All right.
tolerate it. But if you were just out on the street and a mascot jumped on you, you'd kick the crap out of him.
Right. Now, I could go on, but I know Kathy's time is limited, so we resume the list of celebrities. Yes.
Dave Damashek's #1 sports.
Let that be my gift.
Wow.
Nice music sting.
Wow, he extended the olive branch to Kathy Griffin.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Can we have peace?
Yes, we have peace here.
We have just a couple more minutes and a couple more celebrities for you to go through. Before, a little bit earlier, I was just reading off a list of celebrities, and Kathy was giving me her feelings on the folks. Joaquin Phoenix.
Now, there's some story that he might be hanging out with Lohan.
Yes.
I like it. I think he's married with a kid, though, so I don't like that part.
No.
But no, is he?
No, I mean, I don't like that. If
No,
he
I don't
is.
like that
Johnny
one bit.
Cash was married before he met Linda Carter.
Right, so some method.
Linda Carter
June
Cash,
Carter.
or I don't know, June Carter. All right, Wonder Woman, whatever. Yeah.
So that would be, I'd like that as an odd couple. I also like that Lohan is so friendly with Bruce Willis, which I think is odd.
I love Lindsay Lohan.
I do too. I met her. She was so sweet. I met her about 3 weeks ago. She called my niece and left a message on her machine. I thought it was very sweet. Now, do you think
She was
Bruce
so nice
Willis is
because she was
hot?
on ecstasy.
I don't. Oh, come on.
She's the one who admitted the drug use.
okay, sorry.
Joaquin Phoenix seems crazed when I look him in the eye.
He went to rehab this
Oh,
year.
he did?
Yeah.
I don't mean drug crazed. I just mean
I think
sort
he's
of...
sexy.
Really?
Super sexy.
Yeah, he is.
He was great
But he
as
seems
Johnny Cash.
crazed.
Mhm.
He just seems nuts. All
We
great
like that.
actors
Girls
are.
don't mind a little crazed.
Right. You know what I love about women? They would gladly have sex with a guy who was clinically insane over a guy who was a little bit nerdy. The guy knew his way around the computer a little bit too well. It would easily have sex with an insane man before that guy.
Yeah.
If he looked nice.
Insane guys are great in bed. It's a fact.
Russell Crowe.
Wife beater.
Oh,
right?
really?
Come on. If he's throwing phones at strangers, he's beating the crap out of the wife.
Well,
right?
not-
Behind closed doors.
No.
Plus, she's got to sit there and listen to his crappy band. She's got to go to the
Well,
bar
that's
and
true.
go, you and 20 feet of grunts or whatever are
Yeah.
great, honey. Good, you should do a single.
Yeah, it's got to
poor thing.
suck. It's got to suck as a wife when your husband starts a crappy band and you have to pretend to be
and
interested.
he's 40? Yes.
What about Linda Carter?
Yeah, what about Wonder Woman?
Is she back in the news?
What about Beyonce?
I like Beyonce, but now every song is like, come and ride my bump, and then I'm going to grind on your pole. Like, it's a little too, like, hoey. I like the, Aria singing Oscar Beyonce. With her hair pulled back in a bun.
Mhm.
A little naughty sometimes, but now,
Is it possible for a black person to be a wigger? Tough.
Edgy. I don't know.
Tough.
I don't think so.
Because Beyonce may be going down that route.
Yeah.
Yes?
I don't know.
She's got talent.
Right.
You prefer like a great stand-up comedian who chose to work blue doesn't have to. funny
no,
without...
actually I'm all for blue. And my shows are very blue
what
and
I'm saying is Beyonce has the pipes. She doesn't need to go that direction.
Now the songs are kind of all the same.
Right.
The message is like, I'll do anything for my manses, over and over and over. Let me bend over. Wherever you want to put it is okay with me, because I'm in that kind of a mood.
Enough about you, Kathy. Let's focus on Beyonce.
I thought we were talking about Beyonce.
Kathy Griffin, everybody, going to be doing a comedy special in Los Angeles on February 11th, everybody.
Check my website. Come see me. I guarantee lots of funny laughs. Because I'm an artist, and I do it to help people.
Take this audience on a journey.
It's a ride, okay? Hop in. You going to come with me? Because I'm offering you a ride.
All right, I'm taking a ride to the head. We're going to be back. We're going to do more staff songs. We'll hear a little reprisal Damashek song. All that after this.
You're listening to the Adam Carolla Show.
Well, that was abrupt. Phone number, 1-888-901-ADAM. Kathy Griffin has left the building, but never you mind.
I don't mean to correct you. It's 866-901-ADAM.
Oh, I'm sorry. What did I say?
888.
888. Wow.
Yeah, I'm sorry. With all due respect.
Mark of the Devil's
I'll tell you,
brother.
you say, Ace, that you've arrived when you have a phone number that has your name in it.
Mm-hmm.
I say you've really, really arrived when you can forget that phone number.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have your lackeys remind you of what your own phone number is.
Yeah. 866-901-ALAN. Call in the show. So 1 Alan Allen. Oh, what? Huh? That was Dave Damashek. We will hear the song stylings of Dave Damashek very shortly because we are in the midst. This entire week we realize, well, it's our first week. We're right out of the gate. We want to introduce you to the cast and characters on the show, and no better way to introduce them than through song. So let's just hear a little snippet of Dave earlier in the week. I mean, leave. Go home.
I'm so uncomfortable.
You watch lots of TV.
Yeah.
You like eggs with Chipotle.
Singing about himself.
You're the best in the world at Connect Four.
Yeah. All true beat by everyone I know.
500. June 11th, your birthday. You love shoot, but you're not gay. And you got
Jury's still out on that. All right. Yeah, that was our own Dave Damashek. And we're going to continue. We're going to keep this party train rolling. We have phone screener Brian.
What's happening?
Phone screener Brian has written a song himself, and it's an introduce yourself song.
Indeed. Not just to you guys, but to the world.
To the world. You feel confident? You feel ready?
Yeah. Everyone's been saying, oh, I'm not a singer. This is going to suck. I'm going to go the other way and set the bar very high. This is going to be exceptional.
Wow.
Confidence.
All right. Well, sing on.
My name's Brian Bishop, but my nickname's Bish. I screen callers every day. Halfway through the show, I want to kill them all in the worst kind of way. I wake up at 5 before the sun is up, all for $50 a day.
Seems like too much.
I make less dinero than the cleaning staff. I got bills I gotta pay. Got no pay, I'm always broke. Help me find a second job. I don't make no money, it's a freaking joke. Someone help me get a night job.
Mike, just play mine again.
I used to be a football coach, I lost 50 pounds. I won a game show once on TV.
Oh.
I'm bald and pale and San Francisco's where I'm from. And I went to USC.
Sorry.
Got no pay, yeah. I'm always broke. Help me find a second job. I don't make no money, it's a freaking joke. Someone help me get a night job.
Wow. I'm going to dig into my wallet and give you a nice crisp 20 for that performance, because that was awesome.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
C+.
Yeah.
Well, if we're right on the curve, a C+ is like top of the class here.
Yeah,
thanks,
take
buddy.
that. Oh, sorry. Money fell through the cracks. Get it, dog. Get it. Fetch.
Yeah, by the way, the people who sang early in the week had to do whole songs.
Wow.
Whole songs. He only had to do part of it.
Let me tell you something,
I was watching the
Lynch.
Rose Bowl last night crying in my non-alcoholic beer.
First off, a lot of sour grapes in the room. Secondly, excuses. Like assholes. Everyone has one and they all stink. I learned that from playing
Here.
Pop Warner football.
You hear no excuses coming from my corner of the room.
Michelle Gonzalez, our Latin lesbian board op, is now due up. She was on deck, and now she's out of the hole, actually, on the home plate. You ready?
I wrote my own song. I'm not a singer. Just want to tell people. Props to Brian. You did excellent. So I wish I would have gone first, but oh well. Here we go. Today I'm gonna... Oh, wait. I messed up. Okay, here we go.
Hit the dump button and re-cue.
Here we go. Today I'm gonna tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Michelle. I am the engineer board op. I don't believe anybody is shorter than me now. I'm 5 foot tall. Born in East LA, only gay Hispanic in here. That's right, I'm into the ladies, so guys, stay clear. By the way, if you didn't know, I only drink import beer. How about some now?
Wow, good rhyme.
I've been a Dodger fan for many, many years. Hopefully McCourt will spend some dough on some players, and it won't be a sucky year, At last I like to say that this is the end of my song. And after all, I'm just the board op chick.
Seemed like she missed an opportunity that when she said "say" to rhyme "say" with "gay." I thought that was was a given, but no.
Yeah, eat your heart out, Katie Lang. Well, now we've learned that nobody possesses any discernible talent whatsoever on this program. I am amazed, and that was wonderful.
Thank you.
By the way. And kudos to you, too, phone screener Brian. Now, haul your bald ass back into the booth and start answering my telephones. Yeah, I am amazed, and do not take this in the wrong way, but the percentage of people, including myself, that can't sing at all. I grew up watching movies where it seemed like everyone could sing a little bit. That's how it worked, and especially the ladies. And I know, again, this just sounds like more bashing and more misogyny, but it was always under my impression. When I was 10 years old, I would have said, well, half the guys can sing, and 3/4 to 7/8 of the women can sing. They can carry a tune. Maybe it was from watching too much bad TV growing up. But as I've now found out through having many karaoke parties at my home and now this horrible experiment, turns out nobody can sing. I used to think that the Britney Spears of the world and the Ashley Simpsons were bad singers. As it turns out, they're beautiful sirens.
Well, here's an interesting...
That's the Ace Man. Yeah. To be fair to me, the acoustics are bad in that room, and I had a pony tag in me. If you saw the gestures that were going along with that, like I said, you would be moved to tears.
You are giving her there, though.
Adam Carolla's classic vehicle.
Well, here's the thing. As a performer, I don't go 75%, whether it's at home or on this radio
80%?
program. No, I go 60%. I'm not saying I go high. I'm saying I would go low. All right, let's take ourselves a little break. When we come back, we're going to blow the dust off something we did yesterday, which is we freak out your dog. This is an instant classic. We'll be back with that. Get your dogs. Gather around the radio. We'll try this ugly experiment one more time after this.
You're listening to the Adam Carolla Show. He's so hot.
Yeah. Sarah's in the middle of the story.
Did you hear that? They called you hot.
Yeah.
She called you hot.
866-901, Alan. 866-901. Oh, yeah, let me check the board. Adam, that's the number you call. We are going to do a little something we tried out yesterday, but we didn't get the response of the people when we did it. What we need you to do is we need you to put your dog and or cat, but I think this is going to work mainly for dogs. Put your dog near your stereo, near your speaker, anywhere where it's in earshot of this radio program. We're going to attempt to freak it out, and then you're going to call us up and tell us what it did. I figured out this little game when I was watching TiVo and watching my dog go nuts at the chains rattling and the squeak toys chirping on the television set. Won't look at me, won't listen to me, doesn't put its head up when I call her name, but if it hears something weird coming through the TV set, immediately starts barking at the window, heading the wrong direction. What is that with dogs? Do they have no compass? You know what I mean? Like, the TV set makes a noise, the dog goes running into the kitchen, starts barking through the window. Shouldn't it be barking at the TV set?
And they supposedly, people who love the dog say they have superior hearing, but no.
No.
It seems to not be the case.
The other thing that's always freaked me out about dogs is when people go, their sense of smell is 1,000 times that of a human being. And I'm like, really? Because they have their face buried in S almost all day. Could you imagine? Now the dog S smells bad enough and I'm 8 feet away. I couldn't imagine being on top of it and then having a 1,000 times more acute sense of smell than I already have. But at that point, maybe it smells like pizza or lavender. You know what I'm saying?
That's interesting. But yeah, because, for instance, our pal Sal, if he breaks wind...
Sal?
Yes.
Cousin Sal?
Should he break wind, even if I cover myself, cover up my nose with 2 layers of clothing, it still penetrates, still unbearable for me. I have to leave the room.
Let me tell you I've done this experiment with Sal. You could be in a diving bell, and he could break wind outside of it. A diving bell, military submarine, salvage submarine, meant to go down to depths. Well, they're classified, but 10,000 foot plus, you can still smell Sal's ass.
I didn't realize that you'd actually gone through with a study like
6 inches of Lexan, it penetrates like a sieve. Cuts through the fog of life.
Yes.
Yes.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
I'm so interested that you really did an entire study in a submarine, you and Sal.
Yeah, it was expensive. It took the good folks over at the Scripps Institute to donate it.
Ultimately worth it.
Ultimately worth it, yeah. Let me say this before we get to this dog thing. I will tell you that Cousin Sal, Jimmy's Cousin Sal, broke wind in an outdoor stadium and caused somebody to vomit. You want to talk about a feather in the underpants of Cousin Sal. Not many people can lay claim to that. He actually broke wind outdoors. I will tell you that Jimmy has conquered a few milestones as well in the ass department. He broke wind on the beach when we were filming a Man Show bit when there was a 30-knot offshore breeze and cleared out the middle of the sand. Not many people can do that. You break wind in a Honda Civic, that's one thing, you got to crack the window. When you're in the middle of the beach and the wind is coming offshore 30 knots and yet people have to run for cover, that again, that's an accomplishment. Also, Big Tad's brother, got to get to that in a second. Also, he has destroyed 3 forms of transportation. Jimmy Kimmel broke wind in a bus once and cleared everyone out of the bus and caused the driver of the bus to walk back at a red light and spray Wizard all over me, who was laughing the hardest. I've learned this very, very valuable piece of information. Whoever laughs the hardest at the guy farting is the one who gets sprayed with the Wizard by the angry driver.
What? You guys are literally millionaires. What are you doing on a bus?
Shuttle bus for a concert. We were going, but it held 35 people. He gassed the entire bus out. The entire bus out, and then, on my bachelor party, flew southwest to Tahoe. Damashek, you were there, yes?
I was, yes.
He farted up a commercial aircraft. Do you understand? And to the point where the stewardess got the Wizard out and sprayed it on me again.
People think that the lock on the room to the cockpit the door to the cockpit was the result of terrorism. No,
it's Kimmel's ass.
Kimmel. The pilots could not possibly land the plane.
Yeah.
Should he ever appear
a
again.
form of domestic terrorism, I would argue. Kimmel's ass.
I enjoy a laugh as much as anybody, but this gas business that you all cackle about.
Nothing funnier.
I don't understand, because you realize fecal matter is all about, fecal particles in your water if you're drinking
Dave,
something.
Don't talk anymore. I don't want to have to let you go. Okay. We're going to get to this little freak your dog out experiment. Again, if you have a dog, put him by the speakers. We'll go sick for 10 seconds. We'll freak the dog out. You call us up, tell us how it went. You guys ready? Are people poised?
We're ready.
Got the keys ready? Got the squeak toys ready? Everyone ready? Everyone ready to go?
We're ready.
All right. On the count of 3. 3, 2, 1, go. Come here, boy. Come here, boy. Where's the squirrel? Where's the squirrel? Where's the squirrel? Where's the squirrel? Mailman! Mailman! Who's at the door? Where's the squirrel? Where's the squirrel? Where's the squirrel? Where's the squirrel? All right, that's enough. Come on, you guys are making asses of yourselves now. That's enough of that. Hopefully a dog jumped off a 5th-story balcony. That happens about once a year. Some guy throws a ball and they go over like Clapton's kid. And it always seems...
Oh!
Well, I'm not saying it's a good thing what happened to Clapton's kid. I'm just saying that's what happened to Clapton's kid.
Reporting the facts.
Wasn't chasing a
He
ball.
was chasing a ball.
No, I think the maid dropped him or something. It was very sad, but the point is once in a while...
Scratch Clapton off the celebrity guest list. Right?
Once in a while, you hear about some dog going over some balcony in some Manhattan high-rise chasing a ball. I can't help it, but I laugh every time I hear that story, because it's always a pathetic lap dog. That's not the work of a nice lab or a German Shepherd.
Mike Lynch, everybody. That was fantastic having that on hand.
Wow, so good. I didn't even notice it.
It took him 10 minutes to get the fart sound effect, but he had the Clapton song.
I had the dog growl cued. I was waiting. I was poised.
Brian?
Yeah.
What's up?
First of all, your phone screener is an idiot.
Yeah.
Because I said that it didn't work, before you guys did it, because it's from yesterday.
It didn't work.
And he didn't realize it. He's like, we didn't do it yet.
Well, I'm going to get my 20 back from him then.
Yeah.
You put your dog by the speaker, it didn't work?
Yeah, he didn't react to it. And not only that, he will howl at the national anthem. Like at the beginning of sporting events and stuff, he howls with that.
Oh, really?
So,
We need to add that to our basket of tricks.
So,
All right.
But,
thanks for that.
Check the national anthem off in my box.
Wow, quick.
To use for tomorrow.
Lightning. Rob?
Yeah.
What's up? Did your dog hear that?
Dog heard it, but he actually reacted more when Dave speaks. He just kind of falls asleep. That's usually what happens.
Wow, we're not so different after all.
There you go. Hey, Adam!
Carolla, fell asleep, which is nice, because most people have an epileptic seizure when Dave speaks, but nice change of pace. They're just falling asleep.
Dead weight. Watch out for him.
All right,
dead
buddy.
weight.
All right. Wow.
Words hurt.
Wow, they can.
I'm learning a painful lesson.
It's so tough. Your mom is going to open a can of whoop ass on that guy.
I just think that we need to start tracing these calls so she can go one by one and pay these people a visit.
There's no doubt in my mind that your mother is keeping a list of Czech naysayers and will eventually catch up to them, much like the movie Munich. She will actually go after them. And once in a while, the innocent kid's going to get blown up, but so be it.
Mommy!
Put this guy on his misery. All right, let's see. Chris?
Yes.
What's up?
My dog laughed.
Oh, really? Does your dog laugh?
Yeah, it's like kind of a snort, sneeze laugh.
Really?
He just laughed and got up and walked away.
You're not one of these nutty broads that thinks its dog is a person, are you?
50%.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think your dog knows what you're thinking?
No.
Do you think the dog cries?
Hard to say. I know he gets depressed.
Really? Yeah, living with you would
very
be tough.
sad.
Put the dog on the line.
Hold on
we can get some life into this show.
Hold on a second.
All right. What's his name? What's the dog's name? Sir? Dog?
Coming to him.
Ma'am? Bitch? Sire? I don't know. What's the male dog? Dude? Hello? Mr. Sprinkles?
He's not interested.
Not interested. What kind of dog?
Golden Retriever.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I usually do well with them.
Wonderful dog.
Surprised. Male or female?
Male.
Yeah. Did you have him neutered?
Of course.
Did you hear my plan, my deal with my dog?
No.
I agreed not to neuter my dog if the dog promised to pull out.
And what did he say?
He gave me a one tail up, which usually means yes. So
how about condoms?
For now, we're good. I had trouble getting them on.
Yeah.
Yeah, penis is shaped like a crazy straw.
Oh, that's true. That red thing makes it hard, too.
All right. I don't like where this conversation is going. I'm an animal lover. Well, that's about it. I think that experiment worked. Put that in the... Put a check by that box, by Rachel's box.
Well, speaking of which, she told me to check the box. And C-section, 1 no asthma, 1 check. Mm-hmm. And 1 yes asthma, so it was 1-1, really, can't really decide there.
Right.
And then natural birth, no asthma, 2 checks in that box. Mm-hmm. And nothing on the yes. And I actually got a check in the box of back of the sack.
Let me say this, Brusca. This is great radio. You talking about something we talked about 3.5 hours ago. Average time listening to the show 9 minutes.
That said, it's better than listening to that Damashek.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm devastated. My day's ruined.
Dave, hold your head up. Hold your head up high. It's going to be tough with that huge schnoz, but hold your head up. We will take a little extendo break. I want to thank Kathy Griffin for coming in studio. She's going to be doing herself a live performance February 11th somewhere in the greater Los Angeles area. Look for her. She's awesome. And until next time, this is Adam Carolla saying... What?
We have David Allen Greer tomorrow.
Oh, Dag, my main man, tomorrow. So until next time, Adam Carolla saying mahalo.